Life has a way of testing us in ways we never expect. Relationships shift, people change, and the once solid foundations we build with others can, at times, feel like sand slipping through our fingers. It's unsettling. The ache of loneliness, the sting of rejection, the fear of being left behind. These are feelings most people face at some point. Yet, buried in those moments of uncertainty is a powerful truth. Everything we need to thrive, to find peace, and to feel whole already exists within us. There's a beauty in realizing that we're enough, not as an empty phrase or a fleeting affirmation, but as an unshakable foundation for life. This isn't about closing yourself off from others or avoiding connection. It's about learning to stand strong on your own, no matter who is by your side or who isn't. It's about cultivating a sense of inner stability so profound that no external storm can topple it. This strength isn't born overnight. It's a gradual process, one rooted in choices made every day. Choices to value silence over chaos, introspection over distraction, and self-worth over external validation. While the world clamors for your attention, your time, and your energy, the greatest gift you can give yourself is learning to turn inward, to build a sanctuary within that no one can disturb. The wisdom of Stoicism offers a roadmap for this journey. The ancient Stoics didn't preach isolation or indifference. Instead, they taught the art of self-reliance, a philosophy that reminds us to anchor ourselves in what we can control while releasing the grip on what we can't. It's a way of living that encourages clarity, resilience, and an unyielding sense of peace. Why is this important? Because life's uncertainties are inevitable. The people we hold closest may one day drift away. Promises can be broken and expectations unmet. Yet, none of these changes have the power to define us, unless we let them. When we place our happiness, stability, or identity in the hands of others, we give away the keys to our own peace. But when we reclaim that power, when we learn to meet our needs from within, we discover a freedom unlike anything else. Freedom from the weight of unmet expectations, freedom from the fear of being abandoned, freedom from needing others to fill the spaces we once thought were empty. In truth, those spaces aren't empty at all. They're brimming with potential, waiting for us to fill them with purpose, growth, and self-love. What does it take to embrace this kind of freedom? It starts with a shift in perspective. To see solitude not as loneliness, but as an opportunity. To let go of the belief that someone else must complete you. To understand that peace isn't something found in another person's presence, but in your own. These shifts require courage, and they ask us to step into the unknown with trust. Trust that we are capable, worthy, and enough. Think about this. Every moment spent seeking validation from someone else is a moment that could be spent affirming yourself. Every hour spent worrying about what others think is an hour lost in discovering who you truly are. And every day spent waiting for someone to bring you happiness is a day where you could be building it yourself. The path to inner peace isn't about turning away from the world. It's about turning toward yourself. It's about understanding that the most important relationship you'll ever have is the one you cultivate within. This relationship doesn't depend on external circumstances, on who stays or who leaves, or on the ups and downs of life. It's steady, unwavering, and rooted in self-compassion and self-respect. To walk this path, you don't need perfection. You don't need to have all the answers. You simply need a willingness to begin. Begin by quieting the noise of the outside world and listening to the voice within. Begin by forgiving yourself for past mistakes and embracing the lessons they've brought. Begin by treating yourself with the same kindness and care that you freely offer to others. At first, it may feel unfamiliar, even uncomfortable. The silence might seem too loud. The absence of external distractions might leave you feeling exposed. But stay with it. In that stillness lies clarity. In that discomfort lies growth. And in that vulnerability lies strength. The kind of strength that no one can take away. Every person has the power to find this peace, no matter their circumstances. It's not reserved for the fearless or the flawless. It's for anyone willing to look inward, to let go of what no longer serves them, and to build a life that feels whole from the inside out. This journey isn't easy, but it's worth it, because at its end lies a peace that isn't fleeting or dependent. It's a peace that stays, no matter what changes around you. And what happens when you find this peace? You begin to experience life differently. The need for approval diminishes. The fear of being alone fades. Relationships become choices, not necessities. Your time becomes your own, and your happiness no longer hinges on others. It's not about pushing people away or living in isolation. It's about stepping into the fullness of who you are, so that every connection you have is rooted in strength, not need. This kind of peace doesn't mean you won't face challenges. It doesn't mean you won't feel pain or sadness. But it does mean you'll face those moments with a calm and confidence that comes from knowing you have everything you need to navigate them. It's the kind of peace that allows you to bend without breaking, to lose without being lost, and to love without losing yourself. As you take the first steps on this journey, remember that it's not about reaching a destination. It's about building a way of life, a life where your worth is defined by who you are, not by what others think of you. A life where your happiness is created by your own hands, not borrowed from someone else. A life where you can stand tall, even when the ground feels shaky. This is your invitation to begin, not tomorrow, not when circumstances are perfect, but today. Begin the work of turning inward, of nurturing your inner self, and of finding the peace that has been waiting for you all along. Because once you learn to stand strong on your own, you'll find that life becomes less about what you lack and more about what you've always had: the strength, wisdom, and courage to live fully, no matter what. Are you ready? As the dust settles from the whirlwind of daily life, there comes a moment when we are left with ourselves. For some, this moment feels empty, a stark reminder of what is missing. For others, it is a canvas, waiting to be filled with meaning and growth. Solitude is not an absence, it is a presence. The presence of your own company, unencumbered by the noise of the world. What if, in these quiet spaces, lies the strength you've been searching for? Loneliness often feels like a shadow, a companion that creeps in during life's transitions, heartbreaks, or moments of loss. But solitude is different. Solitude holds no sorrow. It offers sanctuary. It is a retreat into the depths of your being, a place where you can hear the whispers of your heart without the interference of the outside world. Solitude can feel uncomfortable at first, especially in a society that celebrates busyness and connection. Yet, once embraced, it becomes a source of profound empowerment. When you step into solitude, you begin to understand yourself in ways that are impossible when surrounded by constant chatter. It's here that you confront your thoughts, your emotions, and your truths. In solitude, there is no performance, no need to pretend or please. You are free to explore who you are without the influence of others. This is not about isolation, but about discovery, a discovery of your own depth, strength, and resilience. In solitude, clarity emerges. The chaos of the outside world fades, and the noise of others' expectations quiets. You begin to see your desires, fears, and dreams with greater precision. When life feels overwhelming, solitude acts as a reset button. It allows you to strip away the layers of stress and expectation, revealing the essence of who you are. This is where transformation begins. Solitude teaches you to rely on yourself, to become the source of your own comfort and strength. When you learn to enjoy your own company, you become less dependent on the validation or presence of others. This independence is not cold or detached. It is empowering. You realize that you are not defined by your relationships, achievements, or possessions, but by the richness of your inner world. Solitude also sharpens your ability to listen, not just to others, but to yourself. It's in the quiet moments that your intuition becomes a guide, steering you toward decisions that align with your values. Without the distraction of external voices, you can hear the wisdom of your inner voice more clearly. This connection to your inner self is a foundation for confidence and peace. When you embrace solitude, you begin to fill the spaces in your life with intention. Instead of reaching for distractions, you can channel your energy into growth and self-discovery. This could mean pursuing a passion, developing a skill, or simply reflecting on what matters most to you. Solitude is fertile ground for creativity. Without the pressure to conform or impress, your mind is free to wander and create without limits. Some of the greatest ideas and breakthroughs in history have emerged from moments of solitude. There is also a profound sense of healing in solitude. When you sit with your thoughts and feelings, you give yourself the space to process and release what no longer serves you. Solitude allows you to confront your pain with compassion rather than avoidance. It teaches you that it's okay to feel deeply and that these feelings do not define you. Over time, solitude becomes a practice of self-care, a way to nurture your mind, body, and spirit. As you spend time alone, you start to recognize your own patterns, strengths, and areas for growth. This self-awareness is a gift, one that enriches your relationships and your approach to life. You no longer look to others to fill your gaps, because you've learned to fill them yourself. You become whole, not because you lack nothing, but because you've embraced everything within you. Solitude can also deepen your appreciation for connection. When you learn to value your own company, you approach relationships with a sense of abundance rather than need. You no longer seek others to complete you, but to complement you. This shift transforms your interactions, making them more genuine and fulfilling. You learn to set boundaries that protect your peace while still allowing for meaningful connection. At its core, solitude is an act of courage. It takes bravery to sit with yourself, to face the parts of you that are often hidden beneath the surface. But in doing so, you find a strength that cannot be shaken. You discover that you are enough, not because of what you do or who you're with, but simply because of who you are. The beauty of solitude is that it's always available to you. No matter where you are in life, you can turn inward and find refuge. It doesn't require a special place or perfect conditions. All it asks is your presence and willingness to explore the depths of your being. This practice is not about escaping the world, but about connecting with it more authentically through the lens of self-awareness and inner peace. As you continue to embrace solitude, you may find that what once felt like emptiness is now brimming with possibility. The quiet moments are no longer a source of discomfort, but a wellspring of inspiration. Solitude becomes a sanctuary, a place where you can rest, reflect, and recharge. It is here that you build the foundation for a life that feels truly your own. Each step into solitude strengthens your sense of self. It teaches you that you are not alone, even when no one else is around. You carry within you a boundless reservoir of courage, wisdom, and peace. This realization is transformative. It changes the way you see yourself and the world around you. Solitude invites you to slow down and truly experience life. It's in these moments that you notice the beauty of the world, the way sunlight dances on leaves, the sound of wind through trees, the quiet rhythm of your own breath. These simple observations remind you that joy is not found in grand gestures, but in the quiet presence of being fully alive. There is no need to fear solitude. It is not a punishment or a void to be filled. It is a gift, an opportunity to reconnect with the essence of who you are. When you embrace this gift, you unlock a strength that will guide you through every challenge and change. You become rooted, resilient, and ready to face whatever comes your way. The journey of embracing solitude is not about perfection. It's about showing up for yourself again and again with patience and compassion. It's about learning to be your own source of comfort and strength, even in the face of uncertainty. As you continue to explore the power of solitude, you'll find that it's not just a way to cope with life's challenges, but a path to thriving in its fullest sense. This path is yours to walk, and each step brings you closer to the peace, clarity, and empowerment that have always been within you. So take that step, knowing that every quiet moment spent in solitude is a moment of profound connection with yourself, with life, and with the strength that lies at your core. As you step into the stillness of solitude, an unexpected realization emerges. The things you once thought you needed to feel whole, people, possessions, and external validations, begin to lose their grip. There is a quiet freedom in this awareness, a liberation that comes when you understand that true peace is not something to be found outside of you, but cultivated within. This is where detachment begins, not as a rejection of life's joys, but as a reclamation of your independence. Detachment often carries the weight of misunderstanding. It is not indifference, nor is it apathy. It is an active choice to free yourself from the chains of external dependencies that often dictate how you feel and who you are. The teachings of Stoicism guide us toward this freedom, reminding us that the more we attach our happiness to things beyond our control, the more we become prisoners of circumstance. To detach is to reclaim your power. In relationships, attachment can sometimes blur the lines between love and dependency. When the presence or validation of another person becomes the foundation of your emotional stability, you risk losing yourself. Detachment doesn't mean you stop caring about people. It means you stop clinging to the need for them to complete you. It is about shifting your focus from seeking approval to building self-respect, from needing someone to fill your gaps to realizing that you are already whole. In doing so, your relationships transform. They become rooted in mutual respect and genuine connection, not need or fear. Possessions can similarly bind us. The Stoics recognized that wealth, though useful, can become a trap. When your sense of worth is tied to what you own, you are at the mercy of loss, comparison, and the endless pursuit of more. Detachment from material possessions doesn't require renouncing them entirely. It means understanding their true place in your life, tools to be used, not treasures to define you. When you detach from the idea that your belongings represent your value, you discover a richer life, one not weighed down by the burden of excess. Letting go of external dependencies also applies to your achievements. It's natural to take pride in what you accomplish, but when your identity is tied to success, failure can feel catastrophic. The Stoics remind us to focus on effort and virtue rather than outcomes. Detachment from results allows you to work with passion and purpose without being crushed by disappointment or inflated by triumph. It is a balance, a way to stay grounded regardless of external outcomes. One of the greatest gifts of detachment is emotional freedom. When your mood and self-worth are no longer tied to how others treat you, you become unshakable. Criticism doesn't wound as deeply, and praise doesn't inflate your ego. This doesn't mean you stop caring about others' opinions entirely. It means their opinions no longer control your sense of self. Detachment from external validation allows you to live authentically, guided by your values rather than the shifting tides of approval. Fear is another chain that detachment breaks. Fear of loss, rejection, or failure often keeps us tethered to things and people long after they cease to serve us. The Stoics teach us to accept impermanence as a natural part of life. By embracing the inevitability of change, you can release your grip on what you cannot hold forever. This acceptance is not defeat, it is empowerment. It frees you to live fully in the present without being paralyzed by what might be lost. Detachment also brings clarity. When you step back from the constant pull of external desires, you begin to see things as they truly are. You notice how much of your energy has been spent chasing illusions of happiness in the form of people's approval or the next big thing. This clarity helps you realign with what truly matters. It strips away the unnecessary and leaves you with a sense of purpose that is both steady and fulfilling. In practicing detachment, you develop resilience. Life is unpredictable, and holding too tightly to things or people can leave you vulnerable to heartbreak and disappointment. Detachment doesn't eliminate these experiences, but it changes how you respond to them. You learn to let go gracefully, to release what you cannot control without resentment or despair. This resilience is not born from coldness, but from wisdom. A wisdom that knows your strength lies within, not in what you hold on to. Detachment also invites gratitude. When you stop clinging to what you don't have, you begin to appreciate what you do. It allows you to savor the present moment without constantly reaching for something more. This gratitude doesn't come from scarcity, but from abundance. The abundance of knowing that you are enough and that what you have is already more than sufficient. The practice of detachment fosters simplicity. It clears the clutter of unnecessary desires, obligations, and distractions, leaving space for what truly enriches your life. Simplicity doesn't mean deprivation. It means focusing on quality over quantity, on depth rather than surface. It's about choosing relationships that nourish you, activities that inspire you, and possessions that serve a purpose. In simplicity, there is freedom. Detachment also deepens your inner strength. When you no longer rely on external sources for your happiness or worth, you become self-reliant in the truest sense. This doesn't mean you never need help or connection. It means you know that your core remains intact regardless of circumstances. This inner strength is a wellspring of confidence, allowing you to navigate life with grace and resolve. To detach is to find balance. It is neither holding too tightly nor letting everything go, but navigating the middle path with intention and awareness. This balance allows you to engage with life fully while remaining free from its grip. You participate in relationships, enjoy possessions, and pursue goals, but you do so with the understanding that your peace does not depend on any of them. The Stoics often meditated on mortality as a tool for detachment. Recognizing the impermanence of life sharpens your focus on what truly matters. When you understand that everything is fleeting, you stop wasting energy on trivial pursuits and start living with greater purpose. This perspective doesn't diminish the value of life, it enhances it. You learn to cherish each moment without clinging to it, to love deeply without fear of loss. In letting go, you create space for growth, for joy, for peace. Detachment is not an end, but a beginning. It is the start of a life lived not in fear or dependence, but in freedom and authenticity. This freedom is not about having less. It's about needing less. It's about finding richness, not in what you possess, but in who you are. When you embrace detachment, you discover that it doesn't separate you from the world. It connects you to it in a deeper, more meaningful way. Without the weight of excessive attachments, you move through life with greater ease and clarity. You see people, possessions, and experiences not as sources of your happiness, but as parts of a greater whole that you are free to engage with, not enslaved by. This freedom transforms your perspective. You stop seeing challenges as threats and start viewing them as opportunities to grow. You become less reactive, more thoughtful, and more at peace with the ebb and flow of life. Detachment teaches you that you don't have to control everything to find contentment. You learn to trust yourself, to trust life, and to let go of what no longer serves you. Detachment is not about isolation or rejection. It is about liberation. It is the choice to live not as a prisoner of your desires or fears, but as the master of your own peace. It is an act of courage, a declaration of independence, and a pathway to true freedom. When you let go of the external, you reclaim the internal. You find that everything you've been seeking was never out there. It was always within you, waiting to be discovered. Letting go of external dependencies opens the door to an extraordinary freedom, but freedom alone is not enough. True peace comes when this newfound liberation is anchored by emotional independence, a strength that ensures you remain grounded regardless of life's storms. There is a profound shift that happens when you realize your emotions no longer need to be dictated by external circumstances or the actions of others. Emotional independence isn't about denying feelings, but about mastering them so that your happiness and sense of worth come from within, not from what others provide. Emotional independence begins with self-awareness. It is essential to recognize the patterns in your emotions, what triggers them, how you react, and what role others play in shaping them. Without this awareness, you remain at the mercy of external forces, reacting impulsively and letting others control your inner state. By pausing to understand your feelings, you take the first step toward reclaiming your power. This process requires honesty and reflection, as it often reveals uncomfortable truths about how much of your emotional well-being has been tied to others' actions or approval. To cultivate self-sufficiency, you need to develop an inner dialogue that is both compassionate and truthful. Many people rely on external validation to soothe their doubts or insecurities, but this creates a fragile sense of worth. Building emotional independence means learning to affirm yourself. This doesn't mean constant self-praise, but rather acknowledging your value without needing others to do it for you. When you make a mistake, instead of seeking forgiveness or approval from someone else, you can reflect on what went wrong and how you can grow. This shift from external to internal validation strengthens your confidence and resilience. A key part of emotional independence is setting boundaries, not just with others, but with yourself. It's about recognizing when you are overextending emotionally to gain someone's approval or avoid their disapproval. Emotional boundaries protect your energy and help you prioritize your needs without guilt. This doesn't mean cutting people off or being indifferent. It means being mindful of how much emotional labor you invest in relationships and ensuring it's balanced. Boundaries also teach others how to treat you, reinforcing your sense of self-respect. Learning to self-regulate is another cornerstone of emotional independence. Emotions, by nature, are fleeting, yet they often feel overwhelming in the moment. By practicing techniques such as deep breathing, mindfulness, or journaling, you can process your emotions without being consumed by them. Self-regulation allows you to respond thoughtfully rather than reacting impulsively. This practice not only stabilizes your emotions, but also builds trust in your ability to handle challenges, further reinforcing your independence. Self-reflection is another powerful tool in this journey. When you take the time to reflect on your actions and feelings, you uncover patterns and gain insights into your emotional triggers. Reflection is not about dwelling on the past, but about learning from it. It enables you to approach similar situations in the future with greater clarity and composure. Regular reflection fosters a deeper understanding of yourself, making you less reliant on others to define your emotions or validate your experiences. Another crucial aspect of emotional independence is cultivating a strong sense of purpose. Purpose provides a stable foundation for your emotions, giving you something to return to when life feels uncertain. When your sense of fulfillment comes from meaningful goals or values rather than fleeting external rewards, you become less susceptible to the highs and lows of others' opinions or actions. Purpose acts as a compass, guiding you through difficult times and reminding you of your intrinsic worth. Gratitude is an often overlooked but powerful practice in building emotional resilience. By focusing on what you have rather than what you lack, you shift your perspective from scarcity to abundance. This shift reduces the emotional weight of unmet expectations or disappointments. Gratitude doesn't negate challenges, but helps you balance them with an awareness of the positive aspects of your life. This balance strengthens your emotional core, making it easier to weather difficulties without falling into despair. Developing emotional independence also requires confronting fears, particularly the fear of being alone. For many, the idea of emotional self-sufficiency feels daunting because it means facing life without the safety net of constant validation or reassurance. However, confronting this fear head-on is transformative. When you realize that you can handle your emotions independently, fear loses its grip. You come to understand that your worth isn't diminished by solitude or rejection, but is amplified by your ability to stand strong on your own. Emotional independence fosters healthier relationships. When you no longer rely on others to fulfill your emotional needs, you approach connections with greater authenticity and generosity. Your interactions are no longer transactional, seeking to gain something, but instead become opportunities for mutual growth and understanding. This shift reduces the strain on relationships, as you no longer place the burden of your happiness on others. Instead, you bring a sense of wholeness to the connection, creating space for deeper and more meaningful bonds. Practicing emotional independence also means letting go of the need to control others. It's natural to want to influence how people perceive or respond to you, but this desire often leads to frustration and disappointment. By releasing this need, you free yourself from the exhausting task of managing others' emotions. Instead, you focus on what you can control: your own actions, reactions, and mindset. This shift not only lightens your emotional load, but also fosters a sense of empowerment. Detachment plays a critical role in emotional self-sufficiency. It doesn't mean avoiding connections, but approaching them with a sense of balance. Detachment allows you to care deeply without becoming enmeshed. It teaches you to love and support others while maintaining your sense of self. This balance ensures that your happiness and stability are not entirely dependent on anyone else's behavior or presence. Resilience is another vital outcome of emotional independence. Life's challenges are inevitable, but your ability to navigate them depends on your inner strength. Emotional independence equips you with the tools to process setbacks without being overwhelmed. It teaches you to see obstacles not as insurmountable problems, but as opportunities for growth. With resilience, you become adaptable, capable of finding peace even in the midst of difficulty. To sustain emotional independence, it's important to cultivate a supportive inner environment. This involves nurturing habits that reinforce your self-worth and well-being. Practices such as meditation, exercise, or creative expression can help you stay grounded and connected to yourself. These activities remind you that you are your own source of strength and fulfillment. Emotional independence is an ongoing journey, not a destination. It requires consistent effort and self-compassion. There will be moments when external validation feels tempting, or when the weight of emotions seems too heavy to bear alone. In these moments, remember that independence doesn't mean isolation. It means trusting yourself enough to face life's challenges without losing your sense of worth. It's a process of becoming, one that unfolds with each choice to prioritize your peace, value your voice, and honor your emotions. Through emotional independence, you discover that your capacity for resilience and peace is far greater than you once believed. You learn that while others may contribute to your happiness, they do not define it. This strength transforms not only how you experience life, but also how you relate to the world around you. You become a source of stability and inspiration, not just for yourself, but for those you encounter. Emotional independence is not just freedom. It is empowerment, clarity, and the foundation for a truly fulfilling life. Building emotional independence brings with it a clarity and strength that few things can match. Yet, there is an even deeper layer to explore, a space where noise fades, distractions dissolve, and the essence of who you are emerges. Silence, often overlooked, is one of the most profound teachers. In its stillness lies the power to reveal truths, guide decisions, and transform your understanding of yourself and the world. Silence is not empty. It is filled with wisdom, waiting to be heard. The modern world is a constant hum of activity. The relentless pace, the endless notifications, and the unyielding demands for attention create an environment where silence feels foreign, even uncomfortable. Yet, it is in the moments of quiet that the most profound growth occurs. Silence is where you meet yourself without pretense or distraction, where your mind has the freedom to reflect and your heart has the space to feel. Introspection, guided by silence, is not simply thinking. It is a deliberate practice of turning inward, seeking to understand the roots of your thoughts, emotions, and actions. It requires patience and honesty, as it often brings to light parts of yourself you may have overlooked or even avoided. But within this process lies immense growth. When you face yourself fully, without judgment, you unlock the ability to live more authentically and intentionally. Silence allows you to observe your thoughts without reacting to them. The constant chatter of the mind, its worries, judgments, and plans, can be exhausting. Yet, in silence, you begin to see these thoughts for what they are, fleeting and often ungrounded. You recognize that you are not your thoughts, but the observer of them. This awareness creates distance, giving you the power to choose which thoughts to engage with and which to let go. Over time, this practice fosters a calm and focused mind. In silence, emotions are given space to surface and be understood. Too often, emotions are suppressed or ignored, leading to internal tension. Silence invites you to sit with these feelings, to explore their origins and what they are trying to communicate. This process is not about indulging in emotions, but understanding them. Through this understanding, you can release pent-up frustrations, heal old wounds, and cultivate a deeper sense of peace. Silence also sharpens your intuition. When external noise is stripped away, your inner voice becomes clearer. Intuition, often drowned out by distractions, emerges as a reliable guide. It helps you navigate complex decisions, offering insights that are rooted in your deepest values and desires. Trusting this voice requires practice, but as you grow more attuned to it, you'll find it leads you toward choices that align with your authentic self. The practice of silence is deeply connected to mindfulness. When you embrace silence, you become more aware of the present moment. You notice the subtle details of your surroundings, the rhythm of your breath, and the sensations in your body. This heightened awareness grounds you, pulling you out of the past and future into the now. In this space, peace becomes accessible, no matter what external circumstances you face. Silence is not only an individual experience, but a relational one. When you cultivate silence within, you bring a calmer presence to your interactions with others. You become a better listener, fully attentive, and without the need to fill every pause with words. This creates deeper connections and fosters understanding, as your quiet presence encourages others to share openly and authentically. Creativity flourishes in silence. Without the noise of external influences, your mind has the freedom to explore new ideas and perspectives. Silence provides the blank canvas on which creativity paints its masterpiece. Whether it's writing, art, or problem-solving, silence allows you to access a wellspring of inspiration that is uniquely yours. Spiritual growth is another dimension unlocked by silence. Many philosophical and religious traditions emphasize the importance of stillness in connecting with the divine or the greater truths of existence. In silence, you step beyond the surface level of daily life and touch something deeper, a sense of interconnectedness, purpose, or transcendence. This experience is deeply personal, yet it has the power to reshape how you view yourself and the world. Silence also cultivates resilience. It is in the quiet moments that you process challenges and find strength to move forward. When life feels overwhelming, silence offers a refuge, a space to regroup and reconnect with your inner power. This resilience is not about suppressing difficulties, but facing them with clarity and composure, qualities that silence helps to nurture. Patience is another virtue that grows in silence. In a world that prizes instant results, silence reminds you of the value of waiting, of allowing things to unfold in their own time. This patience extends not only to external circumstances, but to yourself. In silence, you learn to accept your imperfections and the gradual nature of growth, cultivating a kinder and more forgiving relationship with yourself. Incorporating silence into daily life doesn't require dramatic changes. Small practices, such as starting your day with a few minutes of quiet reflection or taking a silent walk, can have a profound impact. These moments create a rhythm of stillness amidst the busyness, grounding you and offering clarity. Over time, these practices deepen, becoming a cornerstone of your well-being. Silence is also a tool for discernment. It helps you separate what is essential from what is trivial. In the quiet, you can evaluate your priorities without the influence of external pressures. This discernment ensures that your actions and decisions align with your values, leading to a more focused and fulfilling life. Through silence, you develop a greater appreciation for life's simplicity. The subtle beauty of a sunrise, the gentle rustling of leaves, or the warmth of sunlight on your skin becomes more vivid when experienced in stillness. This appreciation nurtures gratitude, which in turn enhances your overall sense of joy and contentment. Silence is not about doing nothing. It is about being present. In this presence, you find a balance between action and reflection, between striving and accepting. Silence teaches you that you don't always have to push or control. Sometimes the greatest wisdom comes from simply being. As you deepen your practice of silence, you may notice its ripple effects. Relationships become richer, decisions clearer, and challenges less daunting. Silence strengthens your connection to yourself, creating a foundation of peace and resilience that supports every aspect of your life. It is not a void to be feared, but a space to be embraced, a space where transformation begins. In silence, you meet your truest self. You see beyond the noise of expectations, fears, and distractions, discovering a profound strength that has always been within you. This discovery is not a destination, but an ongoing journey, one that enriches your life with each quiet step forward. Silence, when embraced fully, is not only a teacher, but a lifelong companion on the path to self-awareness and personal growth. As the stillness of silence reveals your deepest truths, a new opportunity emerges to engage with yourself on a more profound level. It is here that the art of inner dialogue begins, where you step into a conversation with your own mind and heart. This is not just a practice of reflection, but a powerful tool to guide your actions, nurture self-awareness, and align your life with your core values. By becoming your own best companion, you create a relationship with yourself that is both supportive and transformative. Inner dialogue is a constant in our lives, though it often goes unnoticed. The words you speak to yourself shape your thoughts, influence your decisions, and define how you perceive the world. Yet, without awareness, this dialogue can be harsh or critical, reinforcing self-doubt and limiting beliefs. The art of inner dialogue is about consciously shifting this voice into one of wisdom, compassion, and clarity. It is about speaking to yourself as you would to a dear friend, honestly yet kindly. The first step in mastering inner dialogue is to recognize its presence. Many people go through life unaware of the power their internal voice holds. By paying attention to your thoughts, you begin to notice patterns, whether they are encouraging or self-defeating, kind or judgmental. This awareness is essential because it lays the foundation for change. Without understanding what your inner voice is saying, you cannot guide it towards something more constructive. Self-reflection plays a crucial role in inner dialogue. Reflection allows you to examine your experiences and emotions with curiosity rather than judgment. Instead of labeling a mistake as a failure, you can explore what it taught you and how it can guide your future actions. This shift transforms challenges into opportunities for growth. When you reflect, you create a space for honesty and self-compassion, two vital components of healthy inner dialogue. As you cultivate a practice of inner dialogue, it's important to focus on the tone of your thoughts. A critical inner voice can undermine your confidence and leave you feeling stuck. Replacing criticism with constructive feedback is not about ignoring your flaws, but addressing them with patience and understanding. For example, instead of saying, "I always mess things up," you might say, "I didn't handle that well, but I can learn from it and do better next time." This shift empowers you to grow without tearing yourself down. Inner dialogue also serves as a guide for aligning your actions with your values. When faced with a decision, turning inward helps you clarify what matters most. By asking questions like, "Does this choice reflect who I want to be?" Or, "Will this bring me closer to my goals?" You ensure that your actions are intentional and purposeful. This alignment creates a sense of integrity where your inner world and outer actions are in harmony. Developing a balanced inner dialogue means acknowledging both strengths and weaknesses. It's easy to focus on what you lack, but a healthy relationship with yourself requires recognizing what you do well. Celebrating your achievements, no matter how small, reinforces a sense of self-worth. At the same time, being honest about areas for improvement encourages growth. This balance keeps you grounded and motivated without veering into arrogance or insecurity. Another key aspect of inner dialogue is setting boundaries within your mind. It's common to ruminate on past mistakes or worry excessively about the future, but these patterns drain your energy and cloud your perspective. By setting mental boundaries, you can redirect your thoughts toward what is productive and meaningful. Techniques such as mindfulness or journaling can help you create this focus, ensuring that your inner dialogue supports rather than hinders your well-being. Inner dialogue is also a tool for self-reassurance. In moments of doubt or anxiety, your inner voice can act as a stabilizing force. By reminding yourself of your strengths, past successes, or the temporary nature of challenges, you create a sense of calm and confidence. This reassurance doesn't eliminate difficulties, but gives you the resilience to face them with courage and composure. As you refine your inner dialogue, you may notice a greater sense of clarity in your life. Decisions become easier because they are guided by your values and self-awareness. Relationships improve as you communicate with authenticity and confidence, rooted in the clarity you've cultivated within. Even your view of the world shifts as a supportive inner voice helps you approach challenges with optimism and a growth mindset. Practicing gratitude in your inner dialogue enhances its power. By focusing on what you are thankful for, you reframe your perspective from one of lack to one of abundance. Gratitude shifts the narrative from "I don't have enough" to "I have so much to be thankful for." This practice not only strengthens your emotional resilience, but also deepens your appreciation for life's simple joys. Inner dialogue can also serve as a mirror, reflecting the beliefs and values that drive you. By examining these reflections, you gain insight into what truly matters to you. This awareness enables you to make choices that align with your authentic self, rather than succumbing to external pressures or societal expectations. Over time, this alignment fosters a sense of fulfillment and purpose. One of the most transformative aspects of inner dialogue is its ability to heal. Old wounds and lingering regrets can weigh heavily on your spirit, but engaging with these feelings through compassionate dialogue can release their hold. By acknowledging pain, forgiving yourself, and focusing on the lessons learned, you free yourself from the burden of the past. This process is not easy, but it is deeply liberating. Inner dialogue also empowers you to challenge limiting beliefs. These beliefs, often formed in childhood or through difficult experiences, can create barriers to growth. By questioning their validity and replacing them with empowering thoughts, you redefine what is possible for yourself. This practice transforms self-imposed limitations into opportunities for expansion and achievement. A meaningful inner dialogue requires consistency. Just as physical fitness is maintained through regular exercise, emotional and mental well-being depend on ongoing reflection and self-awareness. Setting aside time each day to engage in intentional inner dialogue, whether through meditation, journaling, or quiet contemplation, ensures that this relationship with yourself remains strong and supportive. Inner dialogue extends beyond self-reflection. It also shapes how you approach others. When you communicate with kindness and understanding toward yourself, you naturally extend these qualities to those around you. This shift creates more harmonious relationships as your inner peace radiates outward. By becoming your own best companion, you also become a better friend, partner, and colleague. Over time, the art of inner dialogue transforms your sense of self. You no longer see yourself as defined by external achievements or setbacks, but as a complex, evolving individual with the power to grow and thrive. This shift is profound, as it replaces the need for external validation with a deep-seated sense of self-acceptance. The practice of inner dialogue also fosters resilience. When faced with challenges, your supportive inner voice reminds you of your strength and capability. Instead of being overwhelmed, you approach difficulties with confidence and determination. This resilience becomes a cornerstone of your character, enabling you to navigate life's uncertainties with grace. Inner dialogue is not a static skill, but a dynamic process that evolves as you do. As you continue to engage with yourself, you deepen your understanding and refine your ability to guide your thoughts and actions. This evolution is both empowering and enlightening, as it reveals the limitless potential within you. In becoming your own best companion, you create a foundation of trust, support, and love that no external circumstance can shake. This relationship with yourself becomes a source of strength, guiding you through life's challenges and celebrating its triumphs. It is not only a practice, but a way of being, one that enriches every aspect of your life. Through the art of inner dialogue, you discover that the answers you seek, the peace you long for, and the strength you admire have always been within you, waiting to be uncovered. As you strengthen your inner dialogue and become your own greatest ally, a new clarity begins to emerge. You realize that much of the noise and stress in life doesn't come from within, but from the endless clutter, both material and social, that surrounds you. This clutter not only crowds your space but also weighs on your mind and heart, pulling your attention away from what truly matters. There is a quiet freedom waiting in simplicity, an invitation to strip away the excess and uncover a joy that is pure, light, and enduring. Simplicity is not about deprivation, but about discernment. It's about choosing what aligns with your values and letting go of what doesn't. The world encourages more possessions, more commitments, more accomplishments. But this pursuit often leads to overwhelm rather than fulfillment. Embracing simplicity is an act of courage in a society that equates worth with accumulation. It's a decision to reclaim your time, energy, and peace by focusing on what genuinely enriches your life. Letting go of material excess begins with a shift in perspective. Possessions are not inherently harmful, but when they become symbols of status or substitutes for self-worth, they can take over your life. Minimalism invites you to view your belongings through the lens of purpose. Ask yourself what truly adds value to your life. These are the things that deserve space in your home and heart. The rest, no matter how shiny or sentimental, may be weighing you down. Clearing physical clutter has profound mental and emotional benefits. When your environment is free of unnecessary items, your mind feels lighter and more focused. Decision fatigue decreases because you're no longer overwhelmed by choices in your wardrobe, workspace, or kitchen. This clarity allows you to direct your energy toward meaningful pursuits rather than managing or maintaining excess possessions. In this simplicity, you find a sense of ease that material abundance often promises but rarely delivers. Simplicity also fosters gratitude. When you have fewer things, you appreciate them more. A well-loved book, a cherished piece of furniture, or a thoughtfully chosen item brings more joy than a room full of things that serve no purpose. Gratitude shifts your focus from what you lack to what you already have, creating a sense of contentment that no amount of material wealth can replicate. Beyond the physical, simplicity extends to your relationships and social commitments. Many people fill their schedules with obligations, fearing that saying no will lead to judgment or missed opportunities. But this constant busyness can drain your energy and leave little room for genuine connection. Simplifying your social life means being intentional about the relationships you nurture and the events you attend. It's about prioritizing depth over breadth, choosing quality interactions over quantity. Letting go of social excess doesn't mean isolating yourself. Instead, it's about aligning your interactions with your values, surrounding yourself with people who uplift and inspire you while releasing relationships that are toxic or draining creates a healthier and more fulfilling social circle. This simplicity allows you to focus on the connections that truly matter, deepening your sense of belonging and support. A minimalist mindset also applies to how you spend your time. Modern life often glorifies multitasking and constant productivity, but this approach can leave you feeling scattered and unfulfilled. Simplifying your schedule means being intentional about how you allocate your time. It's about recognizing that saying yes to everything often means saying no to yourself. By prioritizing what aligns with your goals and values, you create a life that feels purposeful rather than rushed. Financial simplicity is another crucial aspect of this journey. Consumer culture encourages spending as a way to feel better, but this cycle often leads to stress and dissatisfaction. Embracing financial simplicity means redefining your relationship with money. Instead of chasing material goods, focus on spending in ways that bring lasting joy, experiences, meaningful gifts, or investments in personal growth. This shift not only reduces financial stress, but also brings a sense of freedom and control over your life. Simplicity invites you to slow down. In a fast-paced world, pausing to savor the present moment can feel revolutionary. Slowing down allows you to fully experience life's simple pleasures. A shared meal, a walk in nature, a quiet evening of reflection. These moments, often overlooked in the rush of daily life, hold profound joy and meaning. By simplifying, you create space for these experiences to flourish. Another benefit of simplicity is its positive impact on decision-making. When your life is cluttered with options, even small decisions can feel overwhelming. Simplifying reduces this noise, making it easier to focus on what truly matters. With fewer distractions, your choices become clearer and more aligned with your values. This clarity leads to greater confidence and a deeper sense of peace. Simplicity also strengthens your connection to nature. In letting go of the artificial complexities of modern life, you rediscover the beauty of the natural world. Spending time outdoors, whether in a park, forest, or your own backyard, grounds you in a way that material possessions never can. Nature reminds you of life's rhythms and your place within them, fostering a sense of balance and harmony. Embracing simplicity transforms how you view success. In a culture that equates success with wealth, power, or fame, simplicity offers an alternative definition. Success becomes about living authentically, nurturing meaningful relationships, and finding joy in the everyday. This shift removes the pressure to constantly achieve and allows you to focus on what brings genuine happiness. Letting go of excess also enhances your creativity. When your mind is not burdened by distractions, it has the freedom to explore new ideas and perspectives. Simplicity clears space for innovation, whether in your work, hobbies, or problem-solving. This creative energy enriches your life, bringing excitement and fulfillment to even the simplest activities. Simplicity is a path to greater health. A minimalist lifestyle often encourages habits such as mindful eating, regular movement, and prioritizing rest. These choices, free from the influence of marketing or societal pressure, align with your body's natural needs. This holistic approach to health fosters not only physical well-being, but also mental and emotional balance. Spiritual growth flourishes in simplicity. Many spiritual traditions emphasize the importance of letting go to create space for deeper connection and understanding. Whether through meditation, prayer, or contemplation, simplicity allows you to explore your inner self and align with your higher purpose. This spiritual clarity brings a sense of peace that transcends material concerns. Simplicity also deepens your appreciation for beauty. Without the distraction of excess, you begin to notice the elegance of a single flower, the warmth of sunlight, or the artistry of a handcrafted object. This awareness enriches your life, making every moment an opportunity to experience wonder and gratitude. As you simplify, you may encounter resistance, both from within and from others. Letting go can be challenging, especially when possessions or commitments hold sentimental value. But each step you take towards simplicity brings a sense of liberation. You learn that your worth is not tied to what you own or how busy you are, but to who you are. This realization transforms not only your relationship with yourself, but also your relationship with the world. Simplicity is not a one-time act, but an ongoing practice. It requires regular reflection and intentional choices to ensure that your life remains aligned with your values. Over time, this practice becomes second nature, creating a sense of balance and harmony that supports every aspect of your life. In embracing simplicity, you discover that less truly is more. By removing the excess, you uncover a life filled with purpose, connection, and joy. You find that the things you let go of were never as important as the peace and clarity you gain. Simplicity is not about living with less. It's about living with more of what matters. It's a path to freedom, a celebration of the essentials, and an invitation to live fully and authentically. Through simplicity, you create a life that feels both light and deeply meaningful. Letting go of excess and embracing simplicity clears the path for a life that feels lighter and more meaningful. Yet, even in the midst of this newfound clarity, external chaos often tries to invade. People's demands, societal pressures, and situations that drain your energy. Protecting the peace you've cultivated requires boundaries, the invisible lines that define what you will and won't allow into your life. These lines are not walls meant to isolate, but bridges that connect you to the world in ways that are healthy and sustainable. Boundaries are acts of self-respect. They communicate your values, priorities, and limits to others while reinforcing them within yourself. Without boundaries, your time and energy become scattered, and your emotional well-being suffers. With them, you create a sanctuary for your mind and heart, a space where you can thrive. Establishing boundaries may feel uncomfortable at first, especially if you're used to pleasing others or avoiding conflict, but it is one of the most empowering steps you can take toward a more peaceful life. To set boundaries effectively, you first need clarity about what you value. Without this clarity, it's easy to let others dictate how you spend your time and energy. Reflect on what matters most to you, your goals, your well-being, and the relationships that truly nourish you. This awareness serves as a guide, helping you decide where to draw the line and what to prioritize. Boundaries require communication. While your inner clarity is essential, others cannot respect your boundaries if they are unaware of them. Expressing your needs doesn't have to be confrontational. It can be done with firmness and kindness. For example, if you need uninterrupted time to work, you might say, "I value our conversations, but I need this time to focus. Let's catch up later." This approach honors both your needs and the relationship. Learning to say no is a cornerstone of boundary setting. Many people struggle with saying no out of fear of disappointing others or being perceived as selfish. But every time you say yes to something that conflicts with your values, you're saying no to yourself. Saying no is not an act of rejection, but an affirmation of what's important to you. Over time, this practice strengthens your self-respect and helps others understand and appreciate your limits. Boundaries also involve managing your emotional energy. Not every problem needs your attention, and not every conflict requires your involvement. Protecting your peace means discerning where to invest your emotions and when to step back. This discernment allows you to focus on what truly matters without being overwhelmed by external drama or negativity. Another key aspect of boundaries is maintaining consistency. Once you set a boundary, it's important to uphold it. If you waver or make exceptions too often, others may not take your boundaries seriously. Consistency reinforces your commitment to your well-being and ensures that your boundaries remain effective. This doesn't mean being rigid. It means honoring your limits while allowing for flexibility when it aligns with your values. Boundaries are not just about saying no. They're also about saying yes to the right people, opportunities, and experiences. By defining what you won't tolerate, you create space for what uplifts and inspires you. This balance ensures that your life is filled with meaningful connections and activities while remaining free from unnecessary stress or conflict. Healthy boundaries extend to your digital life as well. In a world where technology often blurs the line between personal and public, it's important to set limits on how and when you engage with others online. Whether it's turning off notifications during downtime or curating your social media feeds to reflect positivity, digital boundaries help protect your mental space from the constant noise of the virtual world. Boundaries also play a crucial role in relationships. They allow you to show up authentically while respecting the needs and boundaries of others. In close relationships, boundaries can prevent misunderstandings and resentment by clarifying expectations. For example, letting a friend know that you need alone time to recharge doesn't diminish the friendship. It strengthens it by ensuring that your interactions are based on mutual understanding. In work environments, boundaries are essential for maintaining balance and preventing burnout. This might mean setting clear working hours, delegating tasks when necessary, or speaking up about unrealistic expectations. Protecting your professional boundaries not only enhances your productivity, but also preserves your mental and emotional well-being, allowing you to show up as your best self. Boundaries also extend to how you handle criticism and feedback. Not every opinion deserves a place in your mind. Learning to filter constructive feedback from unwarranted criticism protects your self-esteem and ensures that you remain focused on growth rather than doubt. By setting an internal boundary against negativity, you safeguard your confidence and stay aligned with your goals. Physical boundaries are another important aspect of protecting your peace. This includes your personal space, your need for rest, and your health. Respecting these boundaries might mean declining invitations that disrupt your routine, prioritizing sleep over late-night obligations, or asserting your need for downtime. Taking care of your physical well-being is not indulgence. It's a necessity for living a balanced and fulfilling life. Setting boundaries also involves letting go of guilt. It's natural to feel guilty when you enforce a boundary, especially if it conflicts with others' expectations. But guilt often stems from placing others' needs above your own. Reframe boundary setting as an act of self-love, not selfishness. By taking care of yourself, you're better equipped to show up for others in meaningful and sustainable ways. Boundaries are not static. They evolve as you grow and your circumstances change. Regularly reassessing your boundaries ensures that they remain aligned with your current needs and values. This practice of reflection and adjustment allows you to maintain balance and adaptability, even in the face of new challenges. Boundaries also teach you the power of letting go. Some relationships or situations may resist your boundaries, creating tension or conflict. In such cases, it's important to recognize when it's healthier to step away than to compromise your peace. Letting go is not an act of defeat, but a decision to prioritize your well-being over attachment or obligation. Practicing boundaries fosters self-awareness. Each time you set or uphold a boundary, you learn more about your needs, triggers, and values. This awareness deepens your connection with yourself and empowers you to navigate life with confidence and clarity. Boundaries are not just external tools. They are a reflection of your inner strength and commitment to living authentically. The strength of boundaries lies in their ability to create freedom. They are not restrictions, but protections, ensuring that your energy is directed toward what truly matters. With boundaries, you are free to engage fully in the present, knowing that your peace is safeguarded. This freedom allows you to live with greater intention, joy, and resilience. By embracing boundaries, you honor both yourself and others. You create a life that reflects your values while fostering connections that are healthy and fulfilling. Boundaries are not barriers, they are bridges that lead to a more balanced and empowered existence. As you continue to cultivate and refine your boundaries, you'll discover a sense of peace that no external chaos can disturb. This is the gift of boundaries, a life where your well-being is protected, your priorities are clear, and your relationships thrive in harmony. With boundaries firmly established, you've laid the groundwork for protecting your peace and living authentically. Yet, even with boundaries in place, the weight of expectations and attachments to specific outcomes can linger, pulling you into a cycle of worry and frustration. This is where the true liberation of non-attachment begins. It is not about indifference or apathy, but about letting go of the need to control outcomes and allowing life to unfold with grace. This mindset brings a profound sense of freedom and serenity. enabling you to engage with life fully while remaining unshaken by its unpredictability. Non-attachment is a cornerstone of Stoic philosophy, rooted in the understanding that most of what happens in life lies outside of your control. You cannot dictate how others will behave, how situations will unfold, or even how events will resolve. What you can control is your response to these events and the meaning you assign to them. When you release the expectation that things must go a certain way, you free yourself from the anxiety of constant striving and the pain of unmet desires. This practice begins with a shift in perspective. Instead of focusing on what you want to happen, turn your attention to how you can show up in each moment. The Stoics emphasize the importance of effort over outcome. Your responsibility is to do your best with the resources and knowledge available to you, without becoming attached to the results. This approach ensures that your actions are driven by integrity and purpose, rather than the fear of failure or the pursuit of approval. Letting go of attachment doesn't mean giving up on goals or aspirations. It means pursuing them with a mindset of openness and acceptance. When you detach from the need for a specific outcome, you create space for possibilities you may not have considered. This flexibility allows you to adapt to changes and challenges with greater ease. Life becomes less about controlling every detail and more about flowing with its natural rhythm. Non-attachment also transforms your relationship with success and failure. When you tie your worth to external achievements, failure feels devastating and success becomes fleeting. By focusing on the process rather than the result, you redefine what it means to succeed. Success becomes about effort, growth, and alignment with your values. Failure, in turn, becomes an opportunity to learn and grow, rather than a measure of your worth. Another key aspect of non-attachment is releasing the illusion of permanence. The Stoics teach that everything in life is transient: people, possessions, circumstances. Clinging to what is impermanent creates suffering because it denies the natural flow of change. By embracing impermanence, you learn to appreciate the present moment without the fear of losing it. This mindset allows you to love deeply and live fully, knowing that the beauty of life lies in its fleeting nature. Non-attachment also liberates you from the need for external validation. When your self-worth is tied to others' opinions, you become a prisoner of their expectations. Releasing this attachment empowers you to live authentically, guided by your own values and beliefs. This inner freedom strengthens your confidence and resilience, allowing you to navigate criticism or praise without being swayed. Practicing non-attachment fosters a sense of gratitude. When you let go of the need for more success, more possessions, more recognition, you begin to appreciate what you already have. Gratitude shifts your focus from scarcity to abundance, creating a sense of contentment that no external achievement can replicate. This contentment is not complacency, but a deep-seated peace that comes from recognizing the richness of the present moment. Non-attachment also enhances your relationships. When you release the need to control or change others, you create space for genuine connection. Relationships become less about fulfilling expectations and more about mutual growth and understanding. This approach reduces conflict and fosters harmony because it respects the autonomy and individuality of each person. Releasing attachment to outcomes doesn't mean avoiding responsibility or effort. On the contrary, it encourages you to act with intention and purpose, knowing that the result is beyond your control. This mindset reduces stress and enhances focus because your energy is directed toward what you can influence rather than what you cannot. It is a practical and empowering way to approach life's challenges. Non-attachment also teaches resilience. Life is unpredictable, and clinging to specific outcomes often leads to disappointment. When you practice non-attachment, you develop the ability to adapt and thrive regardless of circumstances. This resilience is not about suppressing emotions, but about facing them with courage and equanimity. It allows you to recover from setbacks with grace and move forward with clarity. This practice also deepens your sense of inner peace. When you stop chasing external goals to define your happiness, you discover that contentment has been within you all along. Non-attachment quiets the constant striving and comparison that often disrupt inner balance. It creates a sense of wholeness, where you are no longer defined by what you achieve or possess, but by who you are. In letting go of attachments, you also cultivate a greater sense of freedom. Freedom to explore, to take risks, and to grow without the fear of failure or loss. This freedom empowers you to live boldly and authentically, unburdened by the weight of expectations. It allows you to approach life with curiosity and openness, embracing the unknown with trust rather than fear. Non-attachment also strengthens your connection to the present moment. When you release the need to control the future or dwell on the past, you become fully engaged in the here and now. This presence enhances your experiences, making them more vivid and meaningful. It is in this presence that true contentment resides. Practicing non-attachment requires mindfulness. It involves regularly checking in with yourself to identify where you might be clinging too tightly. This awareness helps you release what no longer serves you and focus on what truly matters. Mindfulness keeps you grounded, ensuring that your actions and thoughts align with your values and intentions. Non-attachment is not about indifference, but about liberation. It allows you to engage deeply with life while remaining free from its grip. This balance creates a sense of harmony, where you can pursue your passions and nurture your relationships without losing yourself in them. It is a way of living that honors both your individuality and your interconnectedness with the world. As you embrace non-attachment, you may notice a shift in how you view challenges and opportunities. They become less about winning or losing and more about growth and discovery. This perspective transforms your approach to life, making it more purposeful and fulfilling. It reminds you that the journey, not the destination, is where true joy is found. The practice of non-attachment is ongoing. It requires patience, self-compassion, and a willingness to let go of what is familiar. But with each step, you move closer to a life of greater freedom, peace, and authenticity. This is the gift of non-attachment, a path to contentment that is not bound by circumstances, but rooted in the unshakable foundation of your inner self. Letting go of attachments brings a profound sense of freedom, but true contentment requires something deeper. It calls for the ability to find joy and fulfillment in your own presence, to embrace the quiet strength of self-love that doesn't depend on anyone else. This isn't about isolation or rejecting connection. It's about discovering the richness of your inner world and becoming your own unwavering source of comfort, support, and happiness. Learning to value your own company begins with recognizing your inherent worth. So much of modern life encourages us to seek validation from others, friends, partners, colleagues, as if our value is something to be proven or earned. But when you strip away these external sources, what remains is your true essence. Appreciating this essence requires a shift in perspective, from viewing yourself through the eyes of others to seeing yourself as you truly are, with all your strengths, flaws, and potential. Spending time alone can be a powerful way to deepen this relationship with yourself. Solitude offers a space where you can hear your own thoughts and feelings without interruption or influence. In these moments, you begin to understand what genuinely brings you joy, what challenges you, and what you need to thrive. This awareness fosters a sense of self-reliance, where you no longer look to others to complete or define you, but instead find fulfillment within. Cherishing your own company also involves learning to treat yourself with kindness and respect. Many people are quick to offer compassion and understanding to others, but struggle to extend the same grace to themselves. Practicing self-love means speaking to yourself with the same encouragement and support you would offer a dear friend. This shift not only nurtures your confidence, but also builds a strong foundation for resilience during life's challenges. Developing a sense of self-worth also requires letting go of comparisons. When you constantly measure yourself against others, you lose sight of your unique journey. Valuing your own company means celebrating your individuality and understanding that your path doesn't need to look like anyone else's to be meaningful. This acceptance allows you to focus on your own growth and happiness rather than chasing societal standards or external approval. One way to strengthen your appreciation for your own presence is to engage in activities that align with your passions and values. Whether it's pursuing a hobby, exploring a creative outlet, or dedicating time to personal growth, these moments of intentional self-investment remind you of your capabilities and worth. They also cultivate a sense of joy that comes from within, untainted by external expectations. Building a strong relationship with yourself also involves embracing your imperfections. Perfectionism often creates an internal dialogue of criticism and self-doubt, making it difficult to fully accept who you are. Valuing your own company means recognizing that your flaws are part of what makes you human, and that growth is a journey, not a destination. This acceptance fosters a sense of peace and allows you to approach life with greater authenticity. Another important aspect of self-love is learning to set boundaries, not just with others, but with yourself. It's easy to fall into patterns of self-neglect, whether through overworking, overcommitting, or ignoring your own needs. Valuing your own company means prioritizing your well-being and honoring your limits. This self-care is not indulgence, it is a necessary act of respect for yourself. Spending time alone also enhances your creativity and problem-solving abilities. Without the distractions of others' opinions or the noise of daily life, your mind has the freedom to explore new ideas and perspectives. These moments of solitude often lead to breakthroughs or insights that enrich your life in unexpected ways. This creative energy is a testament to the richness of your inner world and a reminder of the value you bring to the table. Valuing your own company also shifts how you approach relationships. When you are content and confident in yourself, you no longer seek others to fill a void or provide validation. Instead, your connections are built on mutual respect and shared values, creating healthier and more meaningful relationships. This shift not only enhances your interactions, but also ensures that your happiness is not dependent on anyone else. Self-love is also deeply connected to gratitude. When you take the time to appreciate who you are and what you've accomplished, you create a sense of contentment that no external achievement can replicate. Gratitude for yourself, your efforts, your resilience, your growth reinforces your sense of worth and inspires you to continue investing in your well-being. Developing this inner relationship requires patience. It's easy to seek distractions when you're uncomfortable being alone, but these moments of discomfort are often where the greatest growth occurs. By sitting with yourself and facing your thoughts and emotions without judgment, you build a deeper understanding of who you are. This self-awareness is the cornerstone of true self-love. Valuing your own company also involves cultivating a sense of playfulness and joy. Life often feels heavy, but reconnecting with the parts of yourself that find delight in small moments can be profoundly healing. Whether it's laughing at a funny memory, dancing to your favorite song, or indulging in a simple pleasure, these acts of joy remind you of the beauty and lightness within you. Spending time alone can also help you clarify your values and goals. Without the influence of others' opinions or expectations, you have the freedom to explore what truly matters to you. This clarity ensures that your decisions and actions align with your authentic self, creating a life that feels meaningful and fulfilling. As you deepen your connection with yourself, you may find that your sense of inner peace grows. The need for constant validation or external distractions fades, replaced by a quiet confidence in who you are. This peace is not about avoiding challenges, but about facing them with the knowledge that you have the strength and wisdom to navigate them. Valuing your own company is not about isolating yourself, but about cultivating a relationship with yourself that is so strong and fulfilling that you can engage with the world from a place of abundance rather than need. This inner abundance allows you to give and receive love freely, without fear or dependency. Through self-love, you also develop greater resilience. Life's ups and downs no longer define your sense of worth because you've built a foundation that is steady and unshakable. This resilience empowers you to approach life's challenges with grace and determination, knowing that your strength comes from within. In embracing your own company, you discover a profound sense of freedom. You are no longer bound by the need for external approval or the fear of being alone. Instead, you walk through life with confidence and joy, knowing that your worth is not determined by others, but by the richness of your inner world. This is the foundation of true self-love, a love that begins within and radiates outward, enriching every aspect of your life. Appreciating your own company builds a foundation of self-love that is unshakable, but it also opens a door to something even more profound. Solitude, when embraced fully, becomes more than just a refuge. It transforms into a space for growth, a place where you can refine your strengths, confront your limitations, and evolve into the person you are meant to be. This aloneness is not emptiness. It is fertile ground, rich with the potential to uncover truths, master challenges, and nurture the seeds of personal transformation. Turning solitude into a laboratory for personal growth begins with intention. Solitude often feels passive, a space where time simply passes without interruption. However, when you approach it with purpose, it becomes an active process, a choice to explore, create, and grow. This mindset shift reframes solitude from something to endure to an opportunity to embrace. By deliberately using moments of aloneness to engage with yourself, you unlock their full potential. Reflection is at the heart of this process. Solitude provides a quiet space to look inward, away from the noise of external expectations and distractions. In this stillness, you can examine your thoughts, emotions, and experiences with clarity. Reflection allows you to identify patterns in your behavior, understand the motivations behind your choices, and recognize areas where you want to grow. This self-awareness is the starting point for transformation, as it gives you a clear picture of who you are and who you want to become. Learning thrives in solitude. Without the constant demands of others, your mind has the freedom to explore new ideas, absorb knowledge, and experiment with creative solutions. Whether it's diving into books, mastering a skill, or exploring a subject that fascinates you, solitude offers the time and focus to deepen your understanding. This self-directed learning not only enriches your life, but also builds confidence in your ability to pursue growth independently. In solitude, you also confront your inner critic. Away from the distractions of daily life, the voice of self-doubt can grow louder. While this may feel uncomfortable, it is also an opportunity to challenge and reshape this narrative. By examining the origins of your self-criticism, you can begin to replace it with a more constructive inner dialogue. This process requires honesty and patience, but it is transformative. Over time, you learn to become your own advocate, using solitude to build resilience rather than reinforce insecurity. Solitude fosters creativity by removing external pressures and allowing your mind to wander freely. Many of history's greatest thinkers, artists, and innovators have credited periods of solitude with their breakthroughs. When you're alone, you're free to experiment, explore new ideas, and connect seemingly unrelated concepts. This creative energy not only enhances your problem-solving abilities, but also brings a sense of joy and fulfillment to your life. Developing discipline is another powerful outcome of solitude. Without the accountability of others, it is easy to procrastinate or lose focus. However, using solitude as a space to cultivate self-discipline strengthens your ability to set goals, create routines, and follow through on commitments. This practice builds a sense of trust in yourself, knowing that you can rely on your own efforts to achieve what matters most. Solitude also offers a chance to heal. In the quiet, you can process emotions that may have been pushed aside during the busyness of daily life. Whether it's grief, anger, or disappointment, solitude provides the space to sit with these feelings, understand them, and begin to release them. This healing process is not about rushing to feel better, but about allowing yourself the time and grace to recover fully. The result is a lighter, more balanced emotional state. Using solitude for growth also involves setting goals and tracking progress. Aloneness gives you the opportunity to evaluate where you are in relation to your aspirations and make adjustments as needed. This practice of self-assessment ensures that your actions align with your values and long-term vision. It also keeps you motivated as you see the tangible results of your efforts. Solitude strengthens your character by helping you confront challenges on your own. When faced with difficulties, it's natural to seek advice or support from others. However, navigating these moments independently builds inner strength and problem-solving skills. It teaches you to trust your judgment and adapt to adversity with resilience. These experiences become a source of pride and confidence, reinforcing your ability to handle whatever comes your way. In solitude, you also connect more deeply with your intuition. Without the influence of others' opinions, your inner voice becomes clearer. This connection to your intuition helps you make decisions that align with your true self, rather than being swayed by external pressures. Over time, you develop a greater sense of trust in your instincts, which guides you in both small choices and major life decisions. Solitude encourages mindfulness. When you are alone, you have the opportunity to fully engage with the present moment without distractions. This mindfulness allows you to appreciate the beauty and simplicity of life, from the rhythm of your breath to the sound of nature. This practice not only reduces stress, but also enhances your overall sense of well-being as you learn to find joy in the here and now. Another benefit of solitude is the ability to focus on your physical health. Without the demands of social obligations, you have the time to prioritize self-care, whether it's cooking a nourishing meal, exercising, or simply resting. These acts of care reinforce your commitment to your well-being. Over time, they become habits that support both your physical and mental health. Solitude also provides a space for spiritual growth. Away from the distractions of daily life, you can explore your beliefs, connect with your sense of purpose, and deepen your understanding of the world and your place within it. This spiritual reflection brings a sense of peace and fulfillment that transcends material concerns, grounding you in something larger than yourself. In this space, you can also cultivate gratitude. By reflecting on the positives in your life, you shift your focus from what is missing to what is present. This practice enhances your overall sense of contentment and fosters a mindset of abundance. Gratitude, nurtured in solitude, becomes a powerful tool for maintaining perspective and finding joy in everyday moments. Using solitude for growth also involves embracing challenges. Growth often comes from discomfort, and solitude provides a safe space to push your limits, whether it's confronting a fear, developing a new skill, or working through a difficult emotion. These moments of challenge build resilience and confidence. They remind you of your strength and capacity for transformation. Solitude teaches self-reliance. When you use aloneness as a space to solve problems, pursue goals, and nurture yourself, you develop a sense of independence that no external circumstances can shake. This self-reliance is not about rejecting help from others, but about knowing that you are capable and resourceful on your own. It is a quiet strength that carries you through life with confidence. The beauty of solitude lies in its ability to reveal who you are at your core. Away from the noise of expectations, comparisons, and distractions, you reconnect with your authentic self. This connection is both empowering and liberating, as it reminds you that you are enough just as you are. Solitude becomes not a place of loneliness, but a sanctuary of self-discovery and growth. By turning solitude into a laboratory for personal growth, you transform moments of aloneness into opportunities for transformation. This process requires intention, patience, and a willingness to explore the depths of your inner world. But with each step, you uncover new strengths, insights, and possibilities, building a life that is rich with meaning and purpose. Solitude, when embraced fully, becomes a source of endless potential, a gift that keeps giving as you grow and evolve into the best version of yourself. Using solitude as a space for growth uncovers layers of strength and self-awareness that you may not have realized were within you. Yet, even as you deepen your connection with yourself, there is a need for something that binds all these discoveries together, something that gives direction and meaning to your journey. Purpose serves as that anchor, providing clarity and stability amidst life's inevitable transitions. It is not a luxury or an abstract concept. It is a guiding force that empowers you to navigate uncertainty with confidence and resilience. Purpose is not limited to grand ambitions or societal achievements. It is deeply personal and can be found in the simplest acts, from nurturing relationships to contributing to your community or pursuing personal growth. What matters is that your purpose resonates with who you are and aligns with your values. When you have a clear sense of purpose, even the most challenging situations become opportunities to grow and contribute meaningfully. One of the greatest benefits of purpose is the stability it provides during transitions. Life is constantly shifting. Jobs change, relationships evolve, and circumstances can turn unexpectedly. Without purpose, these changes may leave you feeling unmoored, searching for direction. Purpose acts as a compass, guiding you through uncertainty and reminding you of what truly matters. It helps you focus on the bigger picture rather than getting lost in the temporary chaos of transitions. Purpose also creates a sense of fulfillment. When your actions are aligned with your purpose, each day feels meaningful, even in its smallest moments. This fulfillment is not about chasing happiness, but about living with intention. Purpose gives your efforts significance, transforming mundane tasks into steps toward something greater. This shift in perspective can energize and motivate you, making even the most challenging days feel worthwhile. Having a clear sense of purpose enhances resilience. Challenges are inevitable, but when you are grounded in purpose, setbacks feel less daunting. You see them not as failures, but as opportunities to learn and grow. This resilience is rooted in the understanding that your purpose extends beyond any single event or outcome. It is a constant presence that provides strength and perspective, enabling you to move forward with determination. Purpose also fosters self-discipline. When you are committed to something meaningful, it becomes easier to prioritize your time and energy. Distractions lose their appeal because you are focused on what truly matters. This focus helps you make decisions that align with your values and long-term goals, creating a life that feels both intentional and rewarding. Self-discipline, guided by purpose, becomes a source of empowerment rather than restriction. One of the most profound aspects of purpose is its ability to connect you with others. While purpose is deeply personal, it often involves contributing to something larger than yourself. This contribution can take many forms, from acts of kindness to creative endeavors or community service. These connections enrich your life, fostering a sense of belonging and reminding you of your impact on the world. Purpose transforms isolation into connection, even when you are physically alone. Purpose also provides clarity. In a world filled with noise and competing priorities, it is easy to feel overwhelmed. Purpose cuts through the clutter, helping you identify what is truly important. This clarity simplifies decision-making and ensures that your actions are aligned with your values. It creates a sense of direction that keeps you focused and grounded, no matter how complex life becomes. Living with purpose encourages growth. Pursuing something meaningful often requires you to step outside your comfort zone, learn new skills, or face fears. These challenges push you to expand your capabilities and develop as a person. Purpose turns growth into a joyful and intentional process, transforming discomfort into an opportunity for self-improvement. Purpose is also a source of inner peace. When you know why you are doing what you are doing, doubts and second-guessing fade away. You feel confident in your choices because they are guided by something meaningful. This peace is not about avoiding challenges, but about approaching them with clarity and resolve. It creates a sense of balance where your actions and intentions are in harmony. Purpose is not static. It evolves as you grow and change. What inspires and motivates you at one stage of life may differ in another. Embracing this evolution ensures that your purpose remains relevant and authentic. Regular reflection helps you stay connected to your purpose, allowing it to adapt to new circumstances while remaining rooted in your core values. This adaptability keeps your life dynamic and meaningful, even in the face of change. Finding purpose often begins with self-reflection. By exploring your passions, strengths, and values, you gain insight into what drives you. Purpose is rarely discovered in an instant. It unfolds gradually as you engage with life and learn more about yourself. This journey of discovery is itself an act of purpose, as it deepens your understanding of who you are and what you can contribute. Purpose also enhances your emotional well-being. It provides a sense of hope and optimism, reminding you that your efforts matter and that you have the power to make a difference. This positive outlook not only improves your mood, but also strengthens your ability to cope with difficulties. Purpose becomes a source of light, guiding you through even the darkest moments. Living with purpose encourages mindfulness. When you are aligned with your purpose, you become more present in your actions. Each moment feels intentional because it contributes to something meaningful. This mindfulness enhances your ability to savor life's experiences, from small joys to significant milestones. Purpose turns even the simplest moments into opportunities for gratitude and growth. Purpose also helps you navigate fear and uncertainty. When you are anchored in something meaningful, fear loses its grip. You become willing to take risks and face challenges because you are motivated by a greater vision. This courage is not the absence of fear, but the determination to act despite it. Purpose gives you the strength to move forward, even when the path ahead is unclear. In addition to guiding your actions, purpose shapes your identity. It becomes a part of who you are, influencing how you see yourself and how others perceive you. This identity is not about titles or roles, but about the values and intentions that define you. Living in alignment with your purpose reinforces a sense of authenticity and integrity, creating a life that feels true to who you are. Purpose also inspires others. When you live with intention and passion, you become a source of motivation for those around you. Your actions demonstrate the power of purpose, encouraging others to explore their own paths. This ripple effect extends your impact beyond yourself, creating a legacy of inspiration and growth. At its core, purpose is about contribution. It is the recognition that your life has meaning because of the ways you touch and shape the world. This contribution does not have to be grand. Even small acts of kindness or creativity can have a profound impact. Purpose reminds you that your existence matters and that you have the power to make a difference, no matter how big or small. As you embrace purpose, you discover a sense of wholeness. Life no longer feels fragmented or aimless, but instead becomes a cohesive journey guided by meaning. Purpose weaves together your experiences, relationships, and aspirations into a tapestry that reflects who you are and what you stand for. This sense of coherence brings a deep and lasting sense of fulfillment. Living with purpose is not always easy, but it is always worth it. It requires commitment, reflection, and a willingness to grow. Yet with each step, purpose transforms your life, turning challenges into opportunities, isolation into connection, and uncertainty into clarity. It is the anchor that keeps you steady in the storm and the light that guides you forward. Through purpose, you find not only direction, but also the profound joy of living a life that truly matters. With purpose serving as your anchor, you have clarity and direction to navigate life's transitions. Yet even the most meaningful pursuits require moments of pause, spaces where you can step back, reflect, and recalibrate. This is where the power of stillness comes in. Far from being passive, stillness is an active practice, a deliberate choice to cultivate calm and focus in a world that often pulls you in countless directions. It is in these quiet moments that you discover the strength to face challenges, the clarity to make wise decisions, and the peace that sustains you through the noise of life. Stillness is not about doing nothing. It is about being fully present. In a world that glorifies busyness, pausing to embrace stillness may feel counterintuitive. But these moments of intentional quiet create the space for self-awareness and grounding, allowing you to approach life with greater focus and intention. Practicing stillness teaches you to quiet the external chaos and turn inward where unshakable peace resides. One of the first steps to practicing stillness is learning to sit with your thoughts. Many people avoid stillness because it brings discomfort, anxiety, restlessness, or unresolved emotions. However, these feelings are not obstacles but invitations to explore what lies beneath the surface. Sitting with your thoughts without judgment helps you process emotions, understand patterns, and cultivate self-compassion. This practice builds emotional resilience and strengthens your ability to face life's challenges with clarity and calm. Stillness also enhances mindfulness. By bringing your attention to the present moment, you let go of the distractions of the past and future. This presence allows you to fully experience life as it unfolds, whether it's savoring the taste of a meal, noticing the beauty of nature, or simply feeling your breath. Mindfulness not only reduces stress, but also deepens your appreciation for the simple joys of life, creating a sense of contentment that is independent of external circumstances. Incorporating stillness into your daily routine doesn't require significant changes. Even small moments of quiet can have a profound impact. Whether it's pausing for a few deep breaths during a busy day, practicing meditation, or taking a silent walk, these practices ground you in the present and provide a sense of balance. Over time, these moments of stillness become a source of strength, helping you approach life with greater focus and intention. Stillness also fosters greater awareness of your thoughts and behaviors. In the quiet, you can observe your mind without being caught up in its activity. This detachment allows you to recognize unhelpful patterns, such as overthinking or self-criticism, and replace them with more constructive perspectives. This practice of self-awareness not only improves your mental well-being, but also enhances your ability to make thoughtful decisions that align with your values. Practicing stillness strengthens your connection to your inner self. In the noise of daily life, it's easy to lose sight of who you are and what truly matters to you. Stillness creates the space to reconnect with your authentic self, fostering a sense of clarity and purpose. This connection becomes a source of confidence and stability, enabling you to navigate life's complexities with grace and resilience. Stillness also enhances your focus. In a world filled with distractions, cultivating the ability to direct your attention is a powerful skill. By practicing stillness, you train your mind to concentrate on what is important, rather than being pulled in multiple directions. This focus not only improves your productivity, but also allows you to engage more deeply with your work, relationships, and personal growth. Incorporating stillness into your life also benefits your physical health. Stress often manifests in the body, leading to tension, fatigue, or illness. Practices such as mindfulness, meditation, or deep breathing activate the body's relaxation response, reducing stress and promoting overall well-being. These moments of stillness become a form of self-care, nurturing both your mind and body. Stillness fosters patience. In a culture that values instant gratification, pausing to be present can feel challenging. However, this practice teaches you to embrace the process rather than rushing to the outcome. Patience, cultivated through stillness, enhances your ability to persevere through difficulties and approach challenges with a calm and steady mindset. Another benefit of stillness is its ability to enhance creativity. When your mind is constantly occupied, it has little room to explore new ideas or solutions. Stillness provides the space for inspiration to arise, allowing your creativity to flow freely. This creative energy enriches your life, bringing excitement and fulfillment to even the simplest activities. Stillness also deepens your connection to others. When you are calm and present, you are better able to listen, empathize, and respond thoughtfully in your relationships. This presence creates a sense of trust and understanding, strengthening your bonds and fostering a more harmonious dynamic. Stillness reminds you that meaningful connection begins with being fully present with yourself and others. Cultivating stillness also enhances your ability to manage stress. Life is unpredictable, and challenges are inevitable. By practicing stillness, you develop the ability to approach these moments with calm and clarity rather than reacting impulsively. This emotional regulation not only reduces stress, but also empowers you to navigate difficulties with confidence and resilience. Stillness teaches acceptance. In the quiet, you come face to face with life as it is, without the distractions of busyness or denial. This acceptance is not about resignation, but about embracing the present moment with openness and curiosity. It allows you to let go of resistance and focus on what you can control, creating a sense of peace that is grounded in reality. Incorporating stillness into your life also strengthens your sense of gratitude. By pausing to reflect on the present moment, you become more aware of the blessings in your life. This awareness fosters a sense of abundance and contentment, shifting your focus from what is lacking to what is already present. Gratitude, nurtured through stillness, becomes a source of joy and resilience. Stillness also supports spiritual growth. Whether through meditation, prayer, or quiet contemplation, moments of stillness provide an opportunity to connect with something greater than yourself. This connection brings a sense of purpose and meaning to your life, grounding you in values that transcend the noise of daily concerns. Practicing stillness is not about eliminating thoughts or emotions, but about creating space for them to exist without judgment. This practice helps you develop a sense of detachment, where you can observe your thoughts and feelings without being consumed by them. This detachment fosters inner peace and allows you to approach life with greater clarity and balance. As you incorporate stillness into your life, you may notice a greater sense of alignment between your actions and values. By pausing to reflect, you ensure that your decisions are intentional and purposeful, rather than reactive or impulsive. This alignment creates a sense of integrity and fulfillment, as your life becomes a true reflection of who you are. Stillness also reminds you of the beauty and simplicity of life. In the quiet, you can appreciate the small moments that often go unnoticed: a gentle breeze, the warmth of sunlight, or the rhythm of your breath. These moments of presence enrich your life, bringing a sense of wonder and gratitude to each day. Through stillness, you discover a reservoir of strength and peace within yourself. This inner calm becomes a source of resilience, clarity, and focus, empowering you to navigate life's challenges with grace. Stillness is not an escape, but an embrace, a practice of returning to yourself and finding the unshakable peace that resides within. The practice of stillness has brought clarity and peace, grounding you in the present and connecting you to your inner self. Yet even in this calm, an undercurrent of tension may linger, the weight of others' expectations. The need to please can be an invisible chain, quietly shaping your choices, actions, and even your identity. Breaking free from this need is not rebellion, but liberation, a step toward living authentically in alignment with your values. This freedom is where true contentment begins, where you shed the constraints of external approval and embrace the life you are meant to live. The pressure to please others often begins subtly. A small decision to avoid conflict or seek validation becomes a pattern, reinforcing the belief that your worth is tied to how well you meet others' expectations. Over time, this habit can erode your sense of self, leaving you disconnected from your own desires and values. Recognizing this pattern is the first step to breaking free. Awareness shines a light on the moments when you prioritize others' approval over your own truth, allowing you to reclaim your autonomy. Living authentically requires courage. It means facing the fear of judgment and choosing to act in alignment with your values, even when it feels uncomfortable. This courage is not about disregarding others' opinions entirely, but about distinguishing between constructive feedback and unwarranted criticism. By focusing on your values, you build a foundation that is unshaken by external pressures, enabling you to make decisions with clarity and confidence. Letting go of the need to please often involves redefining your idea of success. Society frequently equates success with external validation, praise, recognition, or admiration. However, living authentically means measuring success by how well your actions align with your principles and goals. This shift allows you to find fulfillment in your own growth and integrity, rather than in fleeting approval. One of the most challenging aspects of breaking free from the need to please is learning to say no. Saying no is not an act of rejection, but an affirmation of your priorities. When you say yes to everything, you dilute your energy and compromise your values. By setting boundaries and saying no when necessary, you create space for what truly matters. This practice not only strengthens your self-respect, but also helps others understand and respect your limits. Living authentically also involves accepting that not everyone will agree with or support your choices. This acceptance is not about dismissing others, but about recognizing that their opinions are shaped by their own experiences and values, which may not align with yours. By letting go of the need to be universally liked, you free yourself to pursue a life that feels true to who you are. Breaking free from the need to please often requires unlearning the habit of seeking external validation. Validation can be comforting, but it is fleeting and often unreliable. Authenticity comes from within, from the confidence that your choices reflect your true self. This self-assurance grows with practice, as you repeatedly choose integrity over approval. Living authentically also means embracing vulnerability. When you let go of the need to please, you expose your true self to the world, imperfections and all. This vulnerability is not a weakness, but a strength. It is a declaration of your humanity and a testament to your courage. It invites deeper, more genuine connections with others, as it creates space for mutual honesty and understanding. Authenticity fosters a sense of inner peace. When your actions align with your values, you no longer feel the dissonance of trying to be someone you're not. This harmony reduces stress and enhances your overall well-being, as you no longer expend energy trying to meet unrealistic or conflicting expectations. You find a sense of freedom in simply being yourself. Letting go of the need to please also enhances your relationships. When you prioritize authenticity, you attract people who appreciate and respect you for who you are, rather than for the role you play in their lives. These connections are more meaningful and fulfilling because they are built on honesty and mutual respect. This shift also helps you identify relationships that may be one-sided or based on superficial approval, allowing you to invest your energy where it is truly valued. Living authentically requires self-reflection. By regularly checking in with yourself, you ensure that your actions align with your values and intentions. This practice of self-awareness helps you recognize when you're slipping into old patterns of seeking approval and allows you to course correct. Over time, this reflection becomes a habit, reinforcing your commitment to authenticity. Breaking free from the need to please also involves embracing your individuality. Each person has a unique combination of strengths, passions, and experiences that shape their perspective. Authenticity celebrates this individuality, recognizing that your value lies not in conforming, but in contributing your unique voice to the world. This perspective empowers you to stand confidently in your truth, knowing that your differences are assets, not flaws. Authenticity also fosters resilience. When your sense of worth comes from within, you are better equipped to handle criticism, rejection, or failure. These challenges no longer feel like personal attacks, but become opportunities for growth and learning. This resilience allows you to navigate life's ups and downs with grace, knowing that your value is not determined by external circumstances. Living authentically enhances your sense of purpose. When you let go of the need to please, you create space to focus on what truly matters to you. This clarity helps you prioritize your goals and make decisions that align with your long-term vision. Purpose becomes a guiding force, providing direction and motivation as you navigate life's complexities. One of the most rewarding aspects of authenticity is the freedom it brings. When you no longer feel the need to mold yourself to others' expectations, you discover a sense of lightness and joy. This freedom allows you to explore new opportunities, take risks, and express yourself fully. It transforms life from a performance into an adventure filled with possibilities and growth. Breaking free from the need to please also nurtures self-compassion. Living authentically means accepting yourself as you are, without the constant pressure to meet external standards. This acceptance fosters a sense of kindness and understanding toward yourself, which extends to others. Self-compassion becomes a source of strength, helping you navigate challenges with grace and resilience. Authenticity also inspires others. When you live in alignment with your values, you demonstrate the power of integrity and courage. This example encourages those around you to explore their own paths, creating a ripple effect of authenticity and empowerment. Your journey becomes a source of inspiration, showing others that it is possible to live true to oneself. Letting go of the need to please is a lifelong practice. It requires patience, self-awareness, and a willingness to grow. But with each step, you build a life that reflects your true self, a life that is fulfilling, meaningful, and free. This journey is not about perfection, but about progress, as you learn to navigate the balance between honoring yourself and engaging with the world authentically. Living authentically is an act of self-love. It is a declaration that your worth is not defined by others, but by the values and intentions that guide your life. It is a choice to stand in your truth, even when it feels challenging, and to embrace the freedom that comes from living as your most genuine self. Through authenticity, you not only free yourself from the need to please, but also discover the profound joy of living a life that is uniquely and beautifully your own. Letting go of the need to please others opens the door to a deeper and more fulfilling way of living, where your worth is not dictated by external approval. Yet, even when freed from these pressures, another challenge often arises: the quiet comparison to others that can erode contentment. Gratitude offers an antidote to this comparison, shifting focus from what is missing to what is already present. It is a practice that roots you in the richness of the moment, helping you embrace life without the weight of envy or societal benchmarks. Gratitude is not just a fleeting feeling, it is a mindset that transforms how you view the world and yourself. Gratitude begins with the willingness to notice. Much of life's beauty is hidden in plain sight, overshadowed by the rush to achieve or the pull of distraction. By choosing to pause and acknowledge the small joys, a kind word, a moment of peace, a meal shared with loved ones, you awaken to the abundance already surrounding you. This awareness shifts your perspective, reminding you that contentment doesn't come from chasing more, but from appreciating what is. Practicing gratitude helps dissolve the habit of comparison. When you focus on what others have or achieve, it creates a sense of lack, as though your life is incomplete without the same. Gratitude redirects this energy inward, highlighting the unique aspects of your journey. It teaches you to value your own experiences and recognize that fulfillment is not a competition, but a personal discovery. This shift fosters a sense of pride in your own path, free from the need to measure up to others. Gratitude also deepens your connection to the present moment. Comparison often stems from looking outward at what others are doing or achieving, while gratitude anchors you in the here and now. It invites you to fully experience life as it unfolds, appreciating the textures, colors, and emotions that make each moment unique. This presence enhances your sense of contentment as you realize that joy is not something to be found in the future, but something to be experienced now. Learning to appreciate what is strengthens your resilience. Life is filled with challenges, and it's easy to focus on what is difficult or lacking. Gratitude offers a counterbalance, helping you see the blessings even in hardship. Whether it's the support of a friend during tough times or the lessons learned from a setback, gratitude transforms obstacles into opportunities for growth. This perspective builds inner strength, enabling you to navigate life's ups and downs with grace. Gratitude is also a powerful tool for fostering self-acceptance. Envy often arises from comparing yourself to others and feeling inadequate as a result. Gratitude shifts this narrative by encouraging you to focus on your strengths, achievements, and unique qualities. It reminds you that your worth is not defined by how you measure up to others, but by the value you bring to your own life and the lives of those around you. This self-appreciation nurtures confidence and peace. Letting go of societal benchmarks becomes easier when you cultivate gratitude. Society often promotes a narrow definition of success, tied to wealth, status, or appearance. Gratitude broadens this perspective, helping you recognize the diverse ways in which life can be meaningful and fulfilling. It encourages you to celebrate the moments that align with your values, rather than striving for goals that may not resonate with your true self. Gratitude also enriches your relationships. When you focus on what you appreciate in others, it deepens your connections and fosters a sense of mutual respect and understanding. Expressing gratitude, whether through a heartfelt conversation, a note of thanks, or a simple acknowledgement, strengthens bonds and creates an atmosphere of positivity. This practice not only enhances your relationships, but also reminds you of the support and love that enrich your life. Practicing gratitude shifts your focus from scarcity to abundance. Comparison often stems from the belief that there isn't enough to go around, enough success, happiness, or recognition. Gratitude dismantles this belief by highlighting the abundance already present in your life. It reminds you that there is more than enough for everyone and that your happiness is not diminished by the success or joy of others. This mindset fosters generosity and openness, creating a sense of shared prosperity. Gratitude also encourages mindfulness. By paying attention to the details of your day, the warmth of sunlight, the sound of laughter, the satisfaction of completing a task, you cultivate a deeper appreciation for life's simple pleasures. This mindfulness enhances your overall well-being, reducing stress and increasing your sense of fulfillment. Gratitude transforms ordinary moments into opportunities for joy and wonder. Appreciating what is also nurtures a sense of humility. Gratitude reminds you that much of what you value in life comes from sources beyond yourself, whether it's the efforts of others, the beauty of nature, or the opportunities that have shaped your journey. This humility fosters a sense of interconnectedness, helping you recognize the ways in which your life is enriched by the world around you. Gratitude strengthens your ability to adapt. Life is full of changes, and holding on to comparisons or unmet expectations can make transitions more difficult. Gratitude helps you focus on what remains constant or what new opportunities arise, allowing you to embrace change with a sense of curiosity and hope. This adaptability makes it easier to navigate uncertainty and find meaning in the midst of transformation. Practicing gratitude also enhances your physical health. Studies have shown that gratitude reduces stress, improves sleep, and boosts overall well-being. By focusing on the positive aspects of your life, you create a sense of calm that supports both your mental and physical health. This holistic benefit makes gratitude not only a mindset, but also a powerful tool for self-care. Gratitude fosters a sense of purpose. When you take time to appreciate what you have, you become more aware of how you can contribute to the world. This awareness inspires you to give back, whether through acts of kindness, creative endeavors, or community involvement. Gratitude transforms appreciation into action, creating a ripple effect of positivity and connection. Letting go of envy becomes easier when you focus on what is uniquely yours. Each person's journey is different, shaped by their experiences, choices, and circumstances. Gratitude encourages you to honor your own path and trust that it is unfolding exactly as it should. This trust allows you to celebrate others' successes without diminishing your own sense of worth or progress. Gratitude also teaches patience. In a world that often emphasizes instant gratification, it's easy to become frustrated when things don't happen as quickly as you'd like. Gratitude reminds you to appreciate the process, recognizing that growth and achievement take time. This patience creates a sense of calm and perseverance, helping you stay committed to your goals without feeling rushed or discouraged. Practicing gratitude transforms how you view challenges. Rather than seeing them as setbacks, you begin to recognize them as opportunities to learn and grow. Gratitude helps you find the silver linings, whether it's the strength you gain from overcoming adversity or the insights you discover along the way. This perspective not only builds resilience, but also fosters a sense of hope and optimism. Gratitude is a practice that grows with time. The more you focus on what you appreciate, the easier it becomes to notice the blessings in your life. This positive cycle reinforces itself, creating a mindset of abundance and contentment. Gratitude becomes a habit, woven into the fabric of your daily life, bringing a sense of peace and fulfillment that transcends external circumstances. As you embrace gratitude, you let go of the need to compare, compete, or measure up. You discover that contentment is not about having everything, but about appreciating what you have. Gratitude is a celebration of the present moment, a reminder that life is already full of beauty, meaning, and joy. Through gratitude, you free yourself from the weight of envy and societal benchmarks, stepping into a life that feels authentic, abundant, and truly your own. Gratitude transforms how you see the world, anchoring you in the present and teaching you to appreciate the fullness of life. Yet, contentment is not a call to rest passively in comfort. Growth often requires stepping deliberately into the unfamiliar, facing challenges, and testing your limits. This is where the transformative power of voluntary discomfort comes into play. By embracing controlled challenges, you not only strengthen your resilience, but also develop an unshakable confidence in your ability to navigate life's uncertainties. This practice teaches that discomfort, when chosen and purposeful, is a tool for growth rather than a force to fear. Voluntary discomfort is about stepping into situations that challenge you physically, mentally, or emotionally in a controlled and intentional way. It could be as simple as taking a cold shower, refraining from unnecessary indulgences, or pushing through a difficult task. These small, deliberate acts teach you to endure and adapt, building inner strength one step at a time. Over time, these exercises condition you to face larger, unplanned adversities with calm and determination. One of the most powerful aspects of voluntary discomfort is the way it reframes your relationship with challenges. When you choose discomfort, you shift from a reactive mindset to a proactive one. Instead of avoiding difficulty, you learn to engage with it as an opportunity for growth. This perspective reduces fear and hesitation, replacing them with a sense of control and curiosity. You begin to see obstacles not as threats, but as stepping stones to greater resilience. Facing discomfort voluntarily also helps you develop discipline. When you commit to a challenging practice, whether it's waking up early, sticking to a workout routine, or resisting temptations, you strengthen your ability to follow through on your goals. This discipline spills over into other areas of your life, making it easier to stay focused and achieve what matters most. Discipline, nurtured through voluntary discomfort, becomes a source of empowerment, reinforcing your belief in your own capabilities. Another benefit of embracing discomfort is the confidence it builds. Each time you push through a difficult situation, you prove to yourself that you are capable of more than you thought. This confidence grows with each challenge, creating a sense of self-trust that is unshaken by external circumstances. Voluntary discomfort becomes a training ground for resilience, teaching you to rely on your inner strength rather than external support. Engaging in controlled discomfort also enhances your ability to adapt. Life is unpredictable, and unexpected challenges can feel overwhelming. By regularly exposing yourself to smaller, intentional difficulties, you train your mind and body to respond with flexibility and resourcefulness. This adaptability makes it easier to handle life's uncertainties, as you've already developed the skills to navigate discomfort with confidence. Voluntary discomfort also fosters gratitude. When you step away from comfort, even temporarily, you gain a deeper appreciation for what you have. Skipping a meal, for example, not only tests your endurance but also highlights the privilege of regular access to food. This practice shifts your focus from what you lack to what you have, reinforcing a mindset of abundance and contentment. This practice also strengthens your emotional resilience. Facing uncomfortable emotions, such as fear, sadness, or frustration, teaches you to sit with these feelings without being consumed by them. Instead of avoiding or suppressing your emotions, you learn to process them in a healthy way. This emotional endurance builds a sense of inner stability, allowing you to face life's highs and lows with equanimity. Voluntary discomfort enhances your problem-solving skills. When you willingly step into challenging situations, you are forced to think creatively and develop new strategies. This practice sharpens your ability to analyze problems and find effective solutions, skills that are invaluable in both personal and professional life. The ability to think clearly under pressure becomes second nature, a testament to the strength you've cultivated through discomfort. This approach also deepens your connection with your values. When you voluntarily forego comfort, you often do so in pursuit of something meaningful, whether it's health, personal growth, or a larger goal. These acts of sacrifice remind you of what truly matters, reinforcing your commitment to your values. Voluntary discomfort becomes a way of aligning your actions with your principles, creating a life that feels authentic and purposeful. Engaging in controlled challenges also teaches patience. Discomfort often requires endurance and a willingness to persevere through difficulty. This patience extends beyond the immediate challenge, shaping how you approach long-term goals and setbacks. It reminds you that growth is a gradual process, one that requires consistent effort and dedication. Voluntary discomfort also creates a sense of humility. When you face challenges, you confront your own limitations and vulnerabilities. This humility fosters a sense of empathy for others, as you recognize that everyone faces their own struggles. It also reminds you of the importance of perseverance, as you see firsthand the strength that comes from pushing through difficulties. Choosing discomfort can also improve your relationships. When you practice resilience and self-discipline, you bring a sense of stability and strength to your interactions with others. This stability creates a foundation for trust and mutual respect, as people recognize your ability to remain calm and composed, even in challenging situations. Voluntary discomfort strengthens not only your inner world, but also your connections with those around you. This practice also enhances your physical well-being. Many forms of voluntary discomfort, such as exercise or fasting, have tangible health benefits. They improve your strength, endurance, and overall vitality, reinforcing the connection between your mind and body. This physical resilience supports your mental and emotional well-being, creating a holistic sense of strength. Voluntary discomfort teaches you to let go of perfectionism. When you face challenges, you often encounter failure or setbacks along the way. These moments remind you that growth is not about flawless execution, but about persistence and effort. This mindset frees you from the pressure of always getting things right, allowing you to focus on progress rather than perfection. Engaging in controlled discomfort also fosters a sense of independence. When you voluntarily face difficulties, you demonstrate to yourself that you are capable of handling adversity on your own. This self-reliance strengthens your confidence and reduces the need to seek external validation or support. It reminds you that you have the resources within you to navigate life's challenges. This practice also deepens your sense of purpose. Each challenge you face voluntarily becomes a step toward your larger goals and aspirations. These acts of endurance remind you of why you are pursuing certain paths and reinforce your commitment to them. Voluntary discomfort becomes a way of aligning your daily actions with your long-term vision, creating a sense of direction and fulfillment. Voluntary discomfort also cultivates a sense of gratitude for your own strength. Each time you overcome a challenge, you gain a deeper appreciation for your resilience and determination. This gratitude fosters a sense of pride in your abilities, reminding you that you are capable of more than you often give yourself credit for. Embracing discomfort helps you build a life of greater freedom. When you are no longer controlled by the need to avoid difficulty or seek constant comfort, you gain the courage to take risks and pursue meaningful opportunities. This freedom empowers you to live boldly and authentically, unburdened by the fear of discomfort. Through voluntary discomfort, you discover a strength that is both quiet and powerful. Each challenge becomes a testament to your resilience, a reminder that you are capable of thriving even in the face of adversity. This strength is not about avoiding difficulty, but about embracing it as a path to growth and transformation. With each step, you build a life that is not only resilient, but also deeply fulfilling, grounded in the confidence that you can face whatever comes your way. Voluntary discomfort teaches you the power of resilience, the strength that comes from enduring challenges and embracing growth. But no matter how strong you become, there are forces in life beyond your control. This reality can feel daunting or even frustrating, yet it also holds the key to profound peace. By learning to accept what you cannot control, you unlock the freedom to focus your energy on what truly matters. This shift in perspective is not about surrendering to circumstances, but about embracing the wisdom to let go of unnecessary burdens and find clarity amidst uncertainty. The principle of the dichotomy of control lies at the heart of this transformation. It is a simple yet powerful concept. There are things within your control and things outside of it. Your thoughts, actions, and choices belong to the first category, while external events, others' opinions, or the outcomes of your efforts belong to the second. The challenge and the reward lies in learning to distinguish between the two and directing your focus accordingly. Accepting what you cannot control begins with awareness. Often, worry stems from a misplaced sense of responsibility, as though fretting about an outcome could somehow influence it. Recognizing that certain events are beyond your influence frees you from this cycle of anxiety. It shifts your focus from what is out of reach to what you can actively shape: your responses, decisions, and mindset. This clarity transforms worry into purpose. Letting go of control does not mean indifference. It is not about resigning yourself to apathy or passivity, but about embracing what is and finding the strength to act where you can. For instance, you cannot control how others perceive you, but you can ensure your actions align with your values. This approach not only fosters peace, but also builds integrity as you learn to define your worth by your own standards rather than external validation. Focusing on what you can control enhances your sense of agency. When you channel your energy into areas where you can make a difference, you feel more empowered and effective. This focus reduces feelings of helplessness and frustration, replacing them with a sense of purpose. By concentrating on your efforts rather than outcomes, you also learn to find fulfillment in the process rather than being tied to specific results. Accepting what you cannot control also deepens your resilience. Life is unpredictable, and clinging to expectations only magnifies disappointment when things don't go as planned. By letting go of attachment to specific outcomes, you develop the flexibility to adapt and thrive in changing circumstances. This adaptability becomes a source of inner strength, enabling you to navigate uncertainty with confidence and grace. This mindset shift also fosters healthier relationships. Often, conflict arises from trying to control or change others, whether it's their behavior, opinions, or emotions. Accepting that others are responsible for their own choices allows you to approach relationships with greater compassion and understanding. Instead of trying to impose your will, you create space for mutual respect and authentic connection. Letting go of control reduces stress. Much of life's tension comes from trying to manage things that are inherently unpredictable or uncontrollable. By focusing on what you can influence, you free yourself from this exhausting struggle. This shift not only enhances your mental well-being, but also supports your physical health, as your body experiences less of the strain associated with chronic stress. Practicing acceptance also nurtures humility. Recognizing the limits of your control reminds you that you are part of a larger whole. This perspective fosters gratitude for the things you do have influence over and a sense of wonder for the complexity of life. Humility, grounded in this understanding, creates a sense of peace and balance as you learn to coexist with uncertainty. The ability to accept what you cannot control also sharpens your focus. When you stop chasing external validation or attempting to manage the unmanageable, you create space to concentrate on what truly matters. This focus enhances your productivity and allows you to engage more deeply with your goals and values. It shifts your energy from scattered worry to intentional action. This mindset encourages mindfulness. By focusing on what you can control, you root yourself in the present moment, rather than being consumed by past regrets or future anxieties. Mindfulness allows you to fully experience life as it unfolds, appreciating the beauty and richness of each moment. This presence deepens your sense of contentment and fosters a lasting sense of peace. Accepting what you cannot control also builds emotional resilience. It teaches you to process and release emotions rather than being overwhelmed by them. For example, disappointment or frustration becomes a signal to reassess your expectations rather than a source of prolonged suffering. This emotional agility allows you to move through challenges with grace and emerge stronger on the other side. This practice enhances your ability to make thoughtful decisions. When you focus on what you can control, you approach choices with clarity and intention. You are less likely to be swayed by fear, doubt, or external pressures, and more likely to act in alignment with your values. This intentionality fosters a sense of integrity and confidence as your actions reflect your true self. Accepting what you cannot control also reduces the impact of criticism. Others' opinions are beyond your influence, but your response to them is fully within your power. By focusing on your values and intentions, you can navigate criticism without being derailed by it. This approach fosters confidence and self-assurance as you learn to prioritize your own judgment over external approval. This mindset also deepens your sense of gratitude. When you stop trying to control the uncontrollable, you begin to appreciate the things that are within your influence. Whether it's the effort you put into a project, the kindness you show to others, or the growth you achieve through challenges, this focus on what you can do fosters a sense of abundance and contentment. Letting go of control also enhances your ability to embrace uncertainty. Life is full of unknowns, and clinging to a sense of control often amplifies fear and anxiety. By accepting uncertainty as a natural part of life, you learn to approach it with curiosity and openness. This mindset fosters a sense of adventure, as you see change and unpredictability as opportunities for growth rather than threats. This practice also nurtures patience. Accepting what you cannot control teaches you to wait with grace, trusting that things will unfold as they are meant to. This patience extends beyond specific outcomes, shaping how you approach life as a whole. It reminds you that growth and fulfillment are processes, not destinations. Focusing on what you can control helps you cultivate a sense of peace. When you stop wrestling with the unchangeable, you create space for stillness and clarity. This peace is not about avoiding challenges, but about approaching them with calm and confidence. It is a reminder that your strength lies not in controlling everything, but in navigating life with intention and grace. By embracing the dichotomy of control, you free yourself from unnecessary worry and discover the profound peace that comes from focusing on what truly matters. This practice is not about giving up, but about letting go, releasing the weight of what you cannot change, and stepping fully into the power of what you can. Through this shift, you find a sense of clarity, purpose, and resilience that transforms how you approach life's challenges and uncertainties. Accepting what you cannot control grants you a profound sense of peace, allowing you to navigate life with clarity and balance. Yet, even with this understanding, the fear of loss often lingers, casting a shadow over our experiences and relationships. Loss feels final, like an unwelcome interruption to our plans or joys. But the Stoic wisdom of impermanence teaches otherwise. Instead of fearing loss, embracing the truth that everything is temporary transforms how you engage with life. This perspective is not one of despair, but of empowerment, helping you cherish the present and release the weight of unnecessary fears. Impermanence is a reminder that everything in life, joys, sorrows, possessions, and even relationships, has a beginning and an end. This truth can feel unsettling, but it also holds the key to deep liberation. By accepting impermanence, you let go of the illusion of permanence that often leads to clinging or resistance. You begin to see life as a series of moments to be experienced fully, rather than as something to control or hold tightly. When you embrace impermanence, you start to appreciate the fleeting beauty of life. Each moment becomes more precious because you understand it won't last forever. This appreciation deepens your gratitude and presence, allowing you to engage with life's joys without the constant fear of them slipping away. Impermanence reminds you that the value of a moment lies not in its duration, but in how fully you experience it. Fear of loss often stems from attachment, whether it's attachment to people, possessions, or identities. This clinging creates a sense of dependence that amplifies the pain of change. Embracing impermanence helps you loosen these attachments, not by rejecting what you love, but by engaging with it more freely. You learn to hold things lightly, enjoying them while they are present, and releasing them with grace when they pass. Impermanence also reshapes how you view challenges and hardships. Difficult moments can feel overwhelming when they seem endless, but recognizing their temporary nature brings hope. No matter how intense or painful a situation may feel, it will pass. This understanding doesn't diminish the difficulty, but offers a light at the end of the tunnel, reminding you that even the hardest experiences are part of a larger, ever-changing flow. Applying impermanence in your life also fosters resilience. When you accept that change is inevitable, you become less resistant to it. Instead of fighting against the natural ebb and flow of life, you learn to adapt and grow. This adaptability strengthens your ability to navigate uncertainty and setbacks with calm and confidence, as you trust in your capacity to endure and evolve. This perspective also deepens your relationships. When you understand that your time with loved ones is limited, you approach these connections with greater care and intention. Instead of taking them for granted or focusing on petty disagreements, you prioritize meaningful interactions and expressions of love. Impermanence teaches you to cherish the people in your life, knowing that each moment together is a gift. Letting go of the fear of loss also frees you to take risks and embrace new opportunities. Fear of failure or rejection often holds people back, but impermanence reminds you that even setbacks are temporary. This perspective encourages you to step out of your comfort zone, pursue your dreams, and live boldly. When you are no longer paralyzed by the fear of loss, you gain the courage to fully engage with life. Impermanence also fosters humility. It reminds you that life is larger than any single moment, achievement, or possession. This humility helps you release the need for control and accept life as it is, with all its unpredictability. This acceptance creates a sense of peace, as you no longer feel the burden of trying to make everything last forever. This understanding also transforms how you view possessions. Material things often bring temporary satisfaction, but clinging to them can lead to stress and dissatisfaction. By embracing impermanence, you recognize that possessions are tools to be used and enjoyed, not sources of lasting happiness. This perspective encourages you to focus on what truly matters: experiences, relationships, and personal growth, rather than accumulating more. Impermanence also helps you navigate endings with grace. Whether it's the end of a relationship, a job, or a stage of life, endings often bring a sense of loss. But when you view them as natural transitions rather than final failures, you open yourself to the possibility of new beginnings. Each ending becomes an opportunity for growth and renewal, a chance to explore what comes next. This mindset also fosters a deeper connection with nature. The cycles of life, birth, growth, decay, and renewal, mirror the impermanence we experience in our own lives. Observing these natural rhythms reminds you that change is not something to fear, but a fundamental part of existence. This connection brings a sense of harmony and belonging, as you see yourself as part of a larger, ever-changing whole. Embracing impermanence also encourages mindfulness. When you know that moments are fleeting, you are more likely to savor them fully. This mindfulness enhances your ability to find joy and meaning in the present, rather than constantly chasing future goals or dwelling on past regrets. Impermanence teaches you that life's richness is found in its immediacy, in the here and now. This perspective also reduces envy and comparison. When you focus on the temporary nature of all things, you realize that what others have or achieve is not a permanent advantage. This understanding helps you let go of feelings of inadequacy and appreciate your own journey. Impermanence reminds you that everyone's path is unique and that true fulfillment comes from embracing your own experiences. Impermanence fosters a sense of gratitude for life itself. When you accept that nothing lasts forever, you begin to see each day as a gift. This gratitude deepens your appreciation for the simple pleasures of life. From a kind word to a quiet moment of reflection, it reminds you that even the smallest joys hold immense value when viewed through the lens of impermanence. This mindset also helps you find meaning in loss. While loss is painful, it also serves as a reminder of the value of what was. By honoring what you've lost and cherishing the memories it created, you transform grief into a source of connection and growth. Impermanence teaches you that loss is not the end, but a part of life's continuous flow. Embracing impermanence also strengthens your sense of purpose. Knowing that your time is limited encourages you to focus on what truly matters. This clarity helps you prioritize your goals and live in alignment with your values. Impermanence becomes a guide, reminding you to use your time and energy wisely, creating a life that feels meaningful and authentic. By accepting impermanence, you also develop a sense of inner freedom. When you release the need to control or cling to the unchangeable, you create space for spontaneity and exploration. This freedom allows you to engage with life more fully, without the constant fear of loss holding you back. Impermanence becomes a liberating force, helping you navigate life with openness and curiosity. Impermanence is not just a philosophical concept, but a practical tool for living with intention and resilience. By embracing this truth, you free yourself from the fear of loss and discover the beauty and meaning in each moment. Through impermanence, you learn to cherish what is, release what was, and welcome what will be, creating a life that is both grounded and expansive, filled with appreciation and courage. Accepting impermanence brings freedom and a sense of balance, allowing you to navigate life with grace and resilience. This clarity, however, is not just an internal victory. It also shapes how you interact with others. When your presence exudes calm, focus, and authenticity, you naturally leave an impression. The art of influencing and inspiring others isn't about manipulation or deception, but about embodying qualities that resonate deeply. By understanding key psychological techniques rooted in Stoic principles, you can create meaningful connections, earn trust, and leave an impact that speaks louder than words. The first step to influencing others lies in the energy you bring to interactions. People are naturally drawn to those who radiate calm and confidence. Stoicism teaches that mastering your emotions creates this magnetic presence. When you remain composed under pressure, it conveys reliability and strength, making others feel secure in your company. This isn't about suppressing your emotions, but managing them in a way that aligns with your values, showing others that you are in control of yourself and the situation. The ability to listen deeply is another cornerstone of meaningful influence. Many people listen with the intent to reply rather than to understand. Genuine listening, however, requires full presence and attention. When you truly hear someone, you validate their experience and create a connection that goes beyond words. This practice of empathetic listening not only builds trust, but also provides insight into others' needs, allowing you to respond in ways that resonate deeply. Pausing before you speak is a subtle yet powerful technique. In moments of silence, you give yourself time to process your thoughts and choose your words carefully. This practice demonstrates thoughtfulness and restraint, qualities that others respect and admire. A well-timed pause also commands attention, as it signals that your words carry weight and meaning. Mastering the art of non-reactivity amplifies your influence. When you refrain from reacting impulsively to provocation or criticism, you demonstrate emotional intelligence and self-control. This steadiness not only diffuses tension, but also positions you as someone who can handle challenges with grace. Others are naturally drawn to those who remain calm in the face of adversity, seeing them as anchors in turbulent waters. Clarity in communication is another essential skill. People are more likely to listen and engage with someone who speaks with precision and purpose. This doesn't mean using elaborate language or dominating the conversation, but expressing your thoughts in a way that is clear, concise, and aligned with your values. Clarity not only conveys confidence, but also ensures that your message is understood and remembered. Being authentic in your interactions is perhaps one of the most compelling ways to influence others. Authenticity stems from aligning your words and actions with your values. When you are genuine, people sense it and are more likely to trust and respect you. This trust becomes the foundation for meaningful relationships and lasting impressions. Another technique is to focus on shared values and common ground. People are naturally drawn to those who understand and reflect their perspectives. By emphasizing mutual understanding, you create a sense of connection and solidarity. This doesn't mean compromising your beliefs, but finding ways to bridge gaps and create harmony in your interactions. Gratitude is a powerful yet often underestimated tool in social interactions. Expressing sincere appreciation for others' efforts, ideas, or presence fosters goodwill and strengthens relationships. Gratitude creates a positive atmosphere, making people feel valued and respected. This practice not only enhances your relationships, but also cultivates a mindset of abundance and connection. Displaying humility also enhances your influence. While confidence is attractive, arrogance repels. Humility, on the other hand, shows that you are open to learning, willing to admit mistakes, and respectful of others' contributions. This balance of confidence and humility creates a sense of approachability and trustworthiness, encouraging others to engage with you more deeply. Body language plays a critical role in how others perceive you. Your posture, gestures, and expressions often speak louder than your words. Standing tall, maintaining eye contact, and using open, relaxed gestures convey confidence and attentiveness. These non-verbal cues create a sense of presence and authority, drawing others into your orbit. Another way to leave an impression is by cultivating curiosity about others. When you show genuine interest in someone's thoughts, experiences, or perspectives, it creates a sense of importance and value. This curiosity fosters deeper connections and encourages others to open up, making your interactions more meaningful and memorable. Consistency in your words and actions is also key to building trust and respect. When people see that you act in alignment with your principles, they view you as reliable and dependable. This consistency strengthens your influence as it demonstrates integrity and inspires confidence in your character. Practicing kindness leaves a lasting impact. Acts of kindness, whether through words, actions, or gestures, create a ripple effect of positivity. Kindness doesn't require grand gestures. Even small acts like offering encouragement or lending a helping hand can make a profound difference. This approach not only enriches your relationships, but also reinforces the values of compassion and humanity. By mastering these psychological techniques, you align your actions with Stoic principles, creating a presence that is calm, thoughtful, and authentic. This combination not only strengthens your relationships, but also empowers you to leave a lasting impression that resonates with others on a deep and meaningful level. Consistency, authenticity, and the art of leaving an impression through your actions often speak louder than words. Yet there are moments in life where silence becomes the most profound statement of all. After rejection, whether in relationships, work, or social settings, the way you respond defines not only your strength, but also your value in the eyes of others. Silence, when used wisely, is not a void, but a force. It shifts the dynamic, allows space for reflection, and can leave an impact that words never could. This approach, deeply rooted in Stoic philosophy, transforms rejection into an opportunity for growth, self-respect, and quiet power. Silence is not the absence of reaction, it is the presence of self-control. When faced with rejection, the instinct is often to respond immediately, to explain, justify, or even retaliate. But Stoicism teaches that true strength lies in restraint. By choosing silence, you signal that your worth does not depend on others' acceptance or validation. This quiet confidence speaks volumes, creating a sense of mystery and command over the situation. Silence gives you the power to reclaim your narrative. Rejection often comes with assumptions or judgments that can feel deeply personal. By remaining silent, you resist the urge to defend yourself against someone else's perception. Instead, you hold space for your own truth, separate from their evaluation. This refusal to engage in a narrative that diminishes you is an act of self-respect, one that reinforces your boundaries and protects your peace. In silence, there is dignity. Responding to rejection with grace and calmness shows emotional maturity. It demonstrates that you value yourself enough not to be drawn into conflict or drama. This composure leaves a lasting impression, often forcing the other person to reflect on their actions. Silence becomes a mirror, compelling them to confront their choices without the distraction of your reaction. Silence also allows you to process your emotions authentically. Rejection can trigger a flood of feelings, hurt, anger, confusion, but reacting impulsively often leads to regret. Choosing silence gives you the time and space to understand these emotions, to sit with them without judgment, and to decide how to move forward in a way that aligns with your values. This practice strengthens your emotional resilience, teaching you to respond thoughtfully rather than reactively. The absence of your voice creates a powerful presence. When you refrain from responding, others are left to interpret your silence. This ambiguity often creates curiosity or unease, shifting the dynamic in your favor. Your silence becomes a reminder that your value is not diminished by their rejection. It exists independently, unshaken, and whole. Silence also disrupts the cycle of rejection. When you respond with calm detachment, you break the pattern of emotional escalation that often follows rejection. This disruption shifts the focus away from the rejection itself, allowing you to redirect your energy toward growth and self-improvement. By choosing silence, you reclaim control over the narrative, refusing to let rejection define your worth. In relationships, silence can be a form of self-care. Rejection, especially from someone close, can feel deeply personal. Responding with silence is not about punishing the other person, but about protecting your energy. It creates a boundary that allows you to heal, reflect, and move forward without being drawn into unnecessary conflict or explanations. This boundary reinforces your sense of self-worth, reminding you that you are enough, regardless of others' opinions. Silence also fosters growth. Rejection often holds lessons, but these lessons are easily overlooked in the noise of reaction. By remaining silent, you create space to explore what the experience can teach you. Whether it's about your goals, values, or relationships, this reflection transforms rejection into an opportunity for growth and self-discovery. Silence, when paired with action, becomes transformative. While you say nothing in response to rejection, your actions, pursuing your goals, cultivating your passions, or simply living authentically, speak volumes. This approach shifts the focus from the rejection to your continued growth, reminding both yourself and others that your life is not defined by one moment, but by the choices you make moving forward. The strength of silence also lies in its ability to protect your peace. Rejection can be draining, pulling you into a cycle of self-doubt or overthinking. By choosing not to engage, you create a sanctuary for your thoughts and emotions. This sanctuary becomes a space for renewal, where you can focus on what truly matters without the distraction of external validation. In professional settings, silence after rejection can be a strategic tool. Whether it's a missed opportunity or a critical comment, responding with calm detachment demonstrates professionalism and resilience. It signals that you're not easily rattled, earning respect even in moments of disappointment. This composed response often leaves a stronger impression than any verbal reaction could. Silence also enhances your self-reliance. Rejection often triggers a desire for reassurance or validation from others, but this need can become a trap. By embracing silence, you turn inward, finding strength and affirmation within yourself. This practice builds a sense of independence, reminding you that your worth is not dependent on external approval, but rooted in your own values and self-belief. Choosing silence is not about avoiding communication, but about timing it thoughtfully. When you refrain from responding immediately, you create an opportunity to approach the situation with clarity and intention. This delay ensures that your eventual response, if needed, is grounded in wisdom rather than emotion. It transforms your silence into a pause, a moment of calm before decisive action. Silence also teaches others how to treat you. By refusing to engage with rejection in a way that compromises your dignity, you set a standard for how you expect to be treated. This standard, upheld through your silence, communicates that you will not tolerate disrespect or devaluation. It reinforces your boundaries and fosters relationships based on mutual respect. This approach also cultivates humility. Silence after rejection reminds you that not every battle needs to be fought or every opinion challenged. It encourages you to let go of the need to prove yourself, trusting that your actions and character speak for themselves. This humility creates a sense of freedom as you release the burden of others' judgments and focus on your own growth. In silence, there is power. It is a declaration that your worth is not negotiable, that your value does not waver in the face of rejection. This quiet strength leaves an impression that words often cannot. It shifts the focus away from the rejection itself and toward your resilience, authenticity, and unwavering self-respect. By choosing silence after rejection, you embrace a Stoic mindset that transforms adversity into an opportunity for growth and self-mastery. It is not about withholding or suppressing, but about channeling your energy into what truly matters. Through silence, you reclaim your power, protect your peace, and create a life defined not by others' judgments, but by your own unwavering sense of self-worth. Silence after rejection teaches you the power of restraint, how strength can lie in what you withhold rather than what you express. As you carry this wisdom into the later chapters of your life, another layer of clarity emerges: the people with whom you choose to share your time. In your third age, every moment becomes increasingly precious. It is no longer about pleasing everyone or compromising endlessly. It is about recognizing your worth, setting boundaries, and surrounding yourself with people who uplift, not drain. This is your time to prioritize peace, growth, and fulfillment, and the relationships you keep must reflect this truth. The company you keep has a profound impact on your well-being. People who bring constant negativity, demand excessive attention, or fail to respect your boundaries can quietly erode your energy and joy. When you allow these dynamics to persist, you carry the burden of their emotional weight, often at the cost of your own serenity. By consciously choosing to distance yourself from such influences, you create space for relationships that align with your values and support your happiness. One of the most challenging yet necessary steps in this stage of life is recognizing when certain relationships have become toxic or one-sided. Loyalty often holds us back, making it difficult to acknowledge that some connections, even long-standing ones, are no longer healthy. However, loyalty to yourself must take precedence. You cannot build a peaceful and fulfilling life if you are constantly pulled into chaos or negativity by those around you. Choosing to release these relationships is not an act of cruelty, but of self-respect. Living with people who do not respect your boundaries creates an environment of constant stress and conflict. Boundaries are not walls. They are guides that define how you wish to be treated. When these are repeatedly ignored, it signals a lack of consideration for your well-being. Whether it's a family member who expects you to be available at all times, or a friend who takes without giving, these dynamics deplete your emotional resources. By stepping away, you reclaim your energy and send a clear message about your priorities. Another type of presence to avoid in your third age is that of individuals who thrive on drama. These are the people who bring unnecessary conflict or thrive on creating tension. While it can feel tempting to intervene or diffuse their situations, doing so often pulls you into their whirlwind, leaving you drained and distracted from your own peace. This is the time in your life to seek stability, not chaos, and surrounding yourself with calm, grounded individuals helps maintain this balance. Financial dependencies also play a significant role in this discussion. Living with people who rely excessively on your resources, whether emotionally or financially, can lead to resentment and strain. This does not mean refusing to help loved ones, but setting clear limits on what you can and cannot provide. Ensuring that your own stability and peace come first allows you to offer support from a place of abundance rather than obligation. Another consideration is the influence of those who fail to align with your values. In your third age, the alignment between your inner beliefs and the environment you create becomes crucial. People who consistently challenge or disregard your values can create friction and unease, making it difficult to feel truly at home in your surroundings. Choosing to prioritize relationships that nurture and respect your core beliefs fosters an environment of harmony and understanding. It is also important to avoid living with individuals who resist growth or change. While everyone moves at their own pace, people who are unwilling to improve themselves or acknowledge their shortcomings can become a source of stagnation. Their refusal to grow can hinder your own progress, making it harder for you to focus on your journey of self-improvement. Surrounding yourself with people who value growth creates an atmosphere of mutual encouragement and inspiration. Living with people who demand constant attention or validation can also take a toll. These individuals often center themselves in every situation, leaving little room for others' needs or experiences. Over time, this dynamic can feel suffocating, as you find yourself catering to their desires while neglecting your own. Stepping away from such relationships allows you to reclaim your time and energy, directing it toward pursuits that bring you joy and fulfillment. The presence of people who lack gratitude or appreciation can quietly diminish your sense of worth. Relationships thrive on mutual acknowledgement and respect, and when one party consistently takes without offering gratitude, it creates an imbalance. Living with such individuals can make you feel unseen or undervalued, a feeling that no one should endure. Choosing relationships where appreciation is openly expressed reinforces your sense of connection and importance. In your third age, there is no room for resentment to fester. People who refuse to take accountability for their actions or who consistently blame others for their problems bring negativity into any space they inhabit. This lack of accountability creates a cycle of unresolved tension, leaving you carrying the weight of issues that are not yours to bear. Surrounding yourself with those who take responsibility for their actions creates a culture of maturity and respect. Living with people who undermine your independence can also hinder your peace. Whether through controlling behavior or constant interference, these individuals make it difficult for you to maintain your autonomy. This stage of life is about embracing your freedom and living on your terms. Relationships that respect your independence allow you to flourish, supporting your journey without imposing limitations. It is equally vital to distance yourself from individuals who perpetuate fear or doubt. People who consistently project their insecurities onto others can instill a sense of hesitation or anxiety, making it harder to pursue your goals or enjoy your life fully. Choosing to prioritize relationships with supportive and optimistic individuals creates an environment where you feel encouraged to thrive. Recognizing when to let go is not about rejecting others, but about prioritizing your well-being. It is a practice rooted in self-respect and the understanding that not all relationships are meant to last forever. The people you surround yourself with have a profound impact on your quality of life, and choosing those who align with your values, support your growth, and respect your boundaries is an act of empowerment. In your third age, this clarity becomes your guide. You have the wisdom and strength to shape your environment, to build a life filled with peace, joy, and fulfillment. By choosing relationships that uplift and inspire, you honor yourself and the journey that has brought you to this moment. This is your time, and the people who share it with you should reflect the beauty and strength you carry within. The relationships you nurture and the people you distance yourself from create the foundation of your peace and happiness. As you step into a life defined by clarity and purpose, the next layer of transformation lies in eliminating what no longer serves you. These silent eliminations are not acts of avoidance, but deliberate choices to create space for what truly matters. They reflect the wisdom of Stoicism, guiding you toward a life of focus, simplicity, and authenticity. By removing the unnecessary, you can align more deeply with your values and free yourself from the weight of distractions, negativity, and misplaced priorities. The first thing to eliminate is the clutter of unproductive thoughts. These thoughts, often rooted in self-doubt or fear, serve no purpose other than to drain your mental energy. Letting go of these thoughts begins with awareness. When negative patterns emerge, acknowledge them without judgment and gently redirect your focus to the present moment. By training your mind to prioritize constructive thinking, you free yourself from the grip of worry and open space for clarity and creativity. Letting go of the need for constant validation is another essential step. Seeking approval from others creates a cycle of dependence, where your sense of worth becomes tied to external opinions. By silently eliminating this need, you reclaim your self-esteem and recognize that your value is inherent, not something that others bestow. This shift allows you to act with authenticity, free from the pressure to please or conform. Unnecessary possessions can also weigh heavily on your life. The pursuit and accumulation of material goods often lead to a false sense of security or happiness. Simplifying your surroundings by keeping only what is meaningful or useful helps create a sense of order and peace. This practice is not about deprivation, but about consciously choosing quality over quantity, focusing on what adds value to your life. Toxic relationships, whether overtly harmful or subtly draining, are another burden that must be released. These connections often come with guilt or a sense of obligation, but holding on to them only perpetuates negativity. By setting boundaries and quietly stepping away from such relationships, you honor your well-being and create room for healthier, more supportive connections. Overcommitment is a silent thief of peace. Filling your schedule with obligations leaves little room for rest, reflection, or spontaneity. By learning to say no without guilt, you regain control over your time and energy. This choice allows you to dedicate yourself fully to the things that truly matter, fostering a sense of balance and purpose. Letting go of unrealistic expectations, whether for yourself or others, is another act of liberation. Expectations often lead to disappointment and frustration when reality does not align with your ideals. By embracing the present moment and accepting things as they are, you free yourself from unnecessary stress and cultivate a sense of gratitude for what is. The habit of comparison can quietly erode your confidence and contentment. Constantly measuring yourself against others creates a sense of lack, as though your achievements or qualities are never enough. By focusing on your unique journey and celebrating your progress, you shift your perspective from scarcity to abundance. This practice fosters self-acceptance and a deeper appreciation for your own path. Eliminating distractions, whether in the form of digital noise, unproductive habits, or superficial engagements, allows you to reclaim your focus. In a world filled with constant stimulation, it can be challenging to prioritize what truly matters. By creating intentional boundaries around your time and attention, you cultivate a sense of presence and purpose, ensuring that your energy is directed toward meaningful pursuits. Releasing the fear of failure is another profound step. Fear often holds you back from taking risks or pursuing your dreams, keeping you confined to a space of comfort and stagnation. By embracing failure as a natural part of growth, you reframe it as an opportunity for learning and resilience. This shift empowers you to act boldly and live authentically, free from the limitations of fear. Letting go of resentment is essential for inner peace. Holding on to anger or grudges only perpetuates pain and keeps you tethered to the past. Forgiveness, whether extended to others or yourself, is not about excusing wrongdoing, but about releasing the emotional burden it creates. This act of letting go restores your freedom, allowing you to move forward with a lighter heart and a clearer mind. Each silent elimination is an act of self-respect, a way of creating space for what truly matters. These choices reflect the Stoic wisdom of focusing on what is within your control and releasing what is not. As you let go of the unnecessary, you step into a life of greater clarity, peace, and purpose. This journey of intentional living is not about perfection, but about aligning your actions with your values, creating a life that feels authentic and fulfilling. Letting go of what no longer serves you creates space for a life of clarity and fulfillment. But while you clear mental and emotional clutter, it's just as important to care for your physical well-being. The Stoic approach to life embraces the idea that taking care of the body is a form of discipline and gratitude. Nourishing yourself with the right foods is not only an act of self-respect, but also a way to age gracefully, maintaining vitality and resilience. The connection between what you eat and how you age is profound, and understanding the hidden power of certain foods can transform your relationship with health and longevity. Food is more than sustenance. It is a tool for renewal. Some choices accelerate the wear and tear of aging, while others protect and repair your body at a cellular level. These hidden allies in your diet often go unnoticed, but their effects on your skin, energy, and overall vitality are profound. By incorporating them mindfully, you embrace a Stoic approach to health, intentional, simple, and deeply connected to nature. One key ally in combating the effects of aging is a group of foods rich in antioxidants. These compounds act as defenders against oxidative stress, a process that damages cells and accelerates aging. Foods like dark berries, such as blueberries and blackberries, are powerful sources of antioxidants. They neutralize harmful free radicals, protecting your cells from damage. Regularly including these fruits in your diet supports healthier skin, improved brain function, and a reduced risk of chronic conditions. Healthy fats are another cornerstone of graceful aging. These fats, found in foods like avocados and nuts, nourish your skin, keeping it supple and hydrated. Beyond aesthetics, they play a crucial role in supporting brain health and reducing inflammation, which is often a root cause of age-related illnesses. Incorporating healthy fats into your meals ensures that your body has the building blocks it needs for long-term vitality. Leafy greens, often underestimated, hold incredible anti-aging properties. Packed with vitamins, minerals, and phytonutrients, these vegetables help your body repair itself at a cellular level. Spinach and kale, for instance, are rich in lutein and zeaxanthin, compounds that protect your vision as you age. Their high fiber content also supports digestion, a critical aspect of overall health that often gets overlooked. Fermented foods are an ancient secret for maintaining youth from the inside out. Rich in probiotics, they promote a healthy gut, which has been linked to everything from immune function to mental clarity. Foods like yogurt, kimchi, and kefir create a balanced gut microbiome, reducing inflammation and enhancing nutrient absorption. This balance radiates outward, reflecting in your skin, energy levels, and emotional well-being. Spices, often overlooked as mere flavoring, are powerful allies in reducing the effects of aging. Turmeric, with its active compound curcumin, is renowned for its anti-inflammatory and antioxidant properties. Adding this golden spice to your meals not only enhances flavor, but also supports joint health, brain function, and a robust immune system. Cinnamon helps regulate blood sugar levels, reducing the risks of metabolic conditions that can age your body prematurely. Whole grains, such as quinoa and farro, provide sustained energy and are rich in nutrients that support your body's repair processes. These grains are a far cry from processed carbohydrates, offering fiber and essential minerals like magnesium. They help stabilize blood sugar levels, improve heart health, and provide a steady source of energy, ensuring that you feel vital and strong as you age. Green tea is a simple yet potent addition to your daily routine. Rich in catechins, it reduces inflammation and boosts metabolism. The ritual of drinking tea aligns with the Stoic practice of mindfulness, creating a moment of calm that nourishes both body and mind. Over time, this daily habit contributes to better skin, improved focus, and a reduced risk of chronic diseases. Incorporating these foods into your life is not about chasing youth, but about honoring your body as the vessel that carries you through life. This is a Stoic perspective on aging, graceful, intentional, and free from excess. By treating your body with care and nourishing it with these hidden gems, you not only slow the physical signs of aging, but also enhance your inner vitality and resilience. Every choice you make reflects your values. Choosing foods that protect and strengthen your body is an act of wisdom and gratitude. It shows respect for the life you've been given and the journey you're on. As you integrate these powerful foods into your diet, you embrace a life rooted in health, discipline, and the quiet strength of knowing you are doing your best for yourself. These are not grand gestures, but simple, consistent acts of self-care. Each bite is a step toward a future of strength and vitality, a testament to the Stoic ideal of harmony between body and mind. As you care for your physical self, you reinforce the foundation for a life of balance and resilience, allowing you to meet each day with energy and purpose. This alignment, rooted in the wisdom of nourishment, ensures that your later years are not just endured, but fully lived. Caring for your physical well-being with nourishing choices is a profound act of self-respect. Yet there is another layer to living fully, recognizing your own worth in every moment. This realization that you're equipped to be your best self today is rooted in the Stoic principle of self-mastery. It is not about comparing yourself to others or seeking superiority, but about aligning with your potential and taking ownership of your actions. Each day offers the opportunity to rise, to embody the values that matter, and to understand that no one else holds the power to define your greatness. To be your best self today begins with the awareness that perfection is not the goal. The Stoics taught that progress, not flawlessness, defines a meaningful life. When you accept that growth is a journey rather than a destination, you liberate yourself from the pressure of unrealistic expectations. This freedom allows you to focus on the steps you can take right now, however small, to move closer to your goals. By shifting your energy from what is unattainable to what is actionable, you create momentum and purpose in your daily life. The foundation of being your best is self-discipline. This discipline is not about rigid control, but about consistency in your choices and actions. Whether it is how you approach your work, nurture your relationships, or care for your well-being, self-discipline is the thread that weaves your efforts into a coherent whole. It empowers you to follow through on your intentions, building trust in yourself and reinforcing the belief that you are capable of achieving what you set out to do. Confidence is another essential element. Confidence, as the Stoics viewed it, is not about arrogance, but about understanding your own worth. It comes from knowing that your value is intrinsic, not tied to external validation or fleeting successes. When you cultivate confidence, you stop seeking approval from others and start trusting in your abilities. This shift allows you to act decisively and authentically, unburdened by the fear of judgment or failure. Equally important is the ability to focus on your own path. Comparison to others often leads to feelings of inadequacy or envy, distracting you from your own progress. Instead of measuring yourself against external benchmarks, the Stoic approach encourages you to assess your growth against who you were yesterday. This internal focus fosters gratitude for your journey and motivates you to keep improving, regardless of what others are doing. Gratitude plays a powerful role in shaping your mindset. When you acknowledge what you have accomplished, the resources you possess, and the opportunities before you, you anchor yourself in a place of abundance rather than lack. Gratitude shifts your perspective, reminding you that you already hold the tools to succeed. This awareness fuels a sense of contentment and inspires you to make the most of the present moment. Taking ownership of your choices is also key. The Stoics emphasize the importance of recognizing what is within your control and focusing your efforts there. When you take responsibility for your actions, you empower yourself to shape your reality. Blaming external factors for your circumstances diminishes your agency, but owning your role in your life's direction allows you to act with purpose and conviction. Mindfulness is another vital practice. Being present in your actions and decisions ensures that you engage fully with what you are doing. This presence enhances the quality of your efforts and deepens your connection to the task at hand. Whether it is a simple daily routine or a significant life goal, mindfulness brings intention and clarity, helping you to excel in whatever you pursue. Resilience is essential in navigating setbacks. No one's journey is without challenges, but how you respond to those challenges defines your character. The Stoics taught that adversity is an opportunity to grow stronger, to test your resolve, and to learn from experience. When you embrace difficulties as part of the process, you transform obstacles into stepping stones, building confidence in your ability to overcome whatever comes your way. Authenticity anchors your efforts in truth. Being your best self is not about imitating others or meeting external expectations, but about aligning your actions with your values. Authenticity requires self-reflection, understanding what matters most to you, and living in accordance with those principles. This alignment creates a sense of integrity and fulfillment, as you know that your efforts are meaningful and true to who you are. Forgiveness, both of yourself and others, is also part of the journey. Mistakes are inevitable, but dwelling on them only hinders your growth. When you forgive yourself, you release the weight of guilt and create space to learn and move forward. Similarly, forgiving others allows you to let go of resentment, freeing your energy for more constructive pursuits. Forgiveness is not a weakness, but a strength, a recognition that your focus belongs on the present and future rather than the past. Commitment to self-care supports your ability to be your best. Caring for your physical, emotional, and mental health ensures that you have the energy and clarity to pursue your goals. Self-care is not indulgence, but a foundational practice that allows you to show up fully in your life. Whether through exercise, rest, or activities that bring you joy, prioritizing your well-being reinforces your capacity to excel. Embracing curiosity fuels continuous growth. The Stoics valued the pursuit of knowledge and the willingness to learn from every experience. When you approach life with curiosity, you remain open to new perspectives, ideas, and opportunities. This openness not only enhances your skills and understanding, but also keeps your journey dynamic and engaging. Celebrating your progress strengthens your motivation. Acknowledging your achievements, no matter how small, reinforces the belief that your efforts matter. These moments of recognition remind you that you are capable and encourage you to keep striving. Celebration is not about complacency, but about honoring the work you have done and using it as fuel to continue growing. To be your best self today is to live with intention, discipline, and authenticity. It is not about being better than anyone else, but about fully embracing who you are and the potential you hold. By committing to this mindset, you create a life that reflects your values, honors your efforts, and inspires those around you. Through Stoic principles, you discover that the best version of yourself is not a distant goal, but a daily practice, one that you can embody right now. The journey to inner peace is not about isolation. It's about cultivating a profound connection with yourself. By embracing solitude, detaching from what no longer serves you, setting boundaries, and nurturing self-sufficiency, you create a sanctuary within. Through the wisdom of Stoicism, you've discovered how silence can teach, simplicity can free, and purpose can anchor you in life's uncertainties. You've learned to let go of external validation, cherish your own company, and turn challenges into strength. Inner peace isn't a destination, it's a way of living, and it starts with choosing to align your actions with your values every single day. Now, take a moment to reflect on what resonated most with you. Share your thoughts in the comments. Your perspective could inspire someone else on their path to peace. If this journey has sparked something within you, don't forget to subscribe and join us for more insights on Stoicism, growth, and purposeful living. Together, let's continue to build a life of calm, resilience, and inner strength. See you in the next chapter of your journey.